Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90. Thank you. Far too kind. Thank you. And of course, it only shows. Of course, it only shows one viewer because, YouTube is actively suppressing topics like this. So,
they'll roll in. Don't
care. We're talking about it anyway. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. CSF Nation, I'm Makini, and I am Stormy Illustrator, and welcome you back to the sexiest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube, Makini Live. And join with me, of course, is my co-host, Mama Bear. Yes.
Hello, sweeties.
How are you guys? How you doing, Mama Bear?
Doing okay.
All right. Well, I hope you're ready for today because the sexiest because I guarantee you at least most of what we're going to cover today is not sexy in the slightest.
No.
But it has to be. But it has to be told. It has to be. It has to get out. You can't ignore it. It's all over the headlines. Hell, even here in the CSF Nation, it's all been over the freaking headlines too.
I mean, I'm not one to shy away from this topic as much as some people really get upset about me talking about this stuff. No,
I'm sorry. As a parent, you have every right to talk about this.
Exactly.
You know what the funny
thing? I will call out sus behavior when I see sus behavior.
You know what's funny thing?
Mm-hmm.
Smash was like covering this, and then somebody on Twitter was like 40-year-old man covering talking about Roblox. I'm like, excuse me, sir. He does have a family. He does have kids who also play the game too, and it's very important to get the word out. They kept spamming it because they don't have any other argument. It was just funny. I'm like, that's all you got.
On that thought, because I know there's probably been some concerns that everybody here knows. I do have a chibi bear. Yes, she does play Roblox, but I set up strict rules when it came to playing Roblox years ago because I know how sites like this, or just about any social media site, can attract these weirdos.
Yep.
We'll go with these weirdos for now. I've reported on multiple sites these kind of weirdos when I see it.
Yep.
So we had some strict regulate rules when it came to playing the game and any potential interactions set up years ago. So there is no worry when it comes to her.
So Little Bear, very weird situation. So that makes it easier for me, so I don't have to catch up on them a lot. I don't have to give you guys I don't have to give you a complete breakdown, since you already know most of the situation that's going on.
I know the situation that's been going down.
So yeah, so I don't need to catch you up on too much. That means we could jump straight in. That means we can actually go early into the recent updates, and the big one is obviously there was a live stream Roblox on Roblox YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
and it has been ratioed. It has been brutally ratioed because they will not, and I repeat, they don't even actually address the problem. They just skirt around it.
Shocker.
And what they're doing is following more into what the policies that they want to implement is the exact same policies that we're seeing on everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the government ID, implementing your government ID, safeguarding, and in quote to quote protect children. It gets really, really bad, and it gets really egregious.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, I agree. Hashtag free slap. Like Roblox, but hashtag free slap, because
that's insane.
You made him a martyr. You made him a complete martyr now.
I mean, of all the accounts to ban, really?
You really the one person who went out of their way, who actually got, I repeat, actually got 6 predators arrested.
And just by playing the game.
Yeah, just by reporting it. Just by going,
that's it.
By doing the thing that Roblox should have done a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, we got a lot to go over. So, listen, we got 6 people watching. More people will probably come in. I do get the sense that, like I said, I'm losing subs. I admit I am losing. I'll be honest, I am losing subs, and I think a lot of it is due to me talking about this. But because it does suppress, this content does get suppressed. This topic does get suppressed, but it's so hard to ignore right now. The censorship.
We have also seen, people commenting on your videos about, oh, I don't like this controversy stuff. Just get back to drawing. This is his channel.
We are. That's what I'm doing, and then that's what I'm doing.
Okay, let me.
I can't do both. Is that what you're saying? I can't.
No. But let me state something that should be obvious to people. As much as we like to joke that this is Mama Bear Live and all of that, this is his channel. He can talk about whatever the hell he wants on his channel. And same goes with any other YouTube channel. And just to add on to that, in case there's any, of my lovely, trolls that are lurking, just because I have a wrench in a channel doesn't make it my chat. It's still their chat. It is still his chat. It's still Maki's chat. It's still the chat of whatever channel I am in. So these people can talk about whatever they want. I will back up whatever they're talking about.
And understand, I don't know how many times I have to say it, this is stuff that I legitimately am passionate about. These are stuff, these are topics that I am genuinely passionate about.
And I know
censorship discussion I am genuinely passionate about, because I, like many others, sounded the alarm years ago.
Yes, you did. And I'm just
Yeah.
going to say this from somebody who's been, you know, streaming with him for 5 years. I can tell you straight out, there is no changing his mind when it comes to something he wants to talk about.
I am hard-headed. Yes, I am
Very much
hard-headed.
so.
I am stubborn, but I am hard-headed. I'm stubborn, but I do the best damn job I can to back up my convictions. To try to back
And
it all up.
that's absolutely why I respect you. You and I have butted heads on a few topics over the years, but
I try to bring receipts. Receipts.
and sometimes I will try to bring an opposing opinion, an opposing thought process.
Yes.
But for the most part, again, this is his channel. If you don't like what he's talking about, then you're not on the right channel, honey.
And by the way, my art is still plastered over literally everything I do.
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed. It's just I gotta find that. I gotta learn how to find that perfect balance and be able to blend that together.
Honestly, that's the struggle for all of us, is trying to find that balance. But
You gotta hit that sweet spot. That's what
yeah,
it comes down to. Is finding
yeah,
that sweet spot.
I promise you, there will always be art on this channel. This man, I'm convinced, draws in his sleep.
Exactly.
He has a need to draw like I have not
Exactly.
seen with any other person.
Exactly. Exactly.
But let's tap into the chat, shall we?
All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. I have been losing subscribers. It has been definitely stuff like this is being suppressed. I can get the sense that stuff like this is being suppressed. And with the way YouTube operates now with some of their changes, engagement is more important than ever. Honestly, I think that's the only way I could be able to break into 4K is simply by you guys engaging with the content more. So the best way to do it,
commenting in the description.
yes.
And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button.
Yes. Well, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it.
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle.
And smack that subscribe button if you want to see more art content from Makini. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack the subscribe button, make it jiggle, guys. Leave a comment. Please engage. That's the only way channels like mine are definitely going to grow, especially in this age of ID verification where everything's being locked down. And where I've said before, I do believe that 2025 will be the last year of the free and open internet as we know it. So people actually, yes, I've been losing subs.
Not everybody has your Concord subscribers, Sean.
Sorry. Not everybody was promoted by Asmongold, okay? Hey, listen, you gotta understand that. Not everybody got the fucking. Okay, let's go say hi to everybody in the chat. Oh, by the way, regardless if we lose, if we
hold on.
Okay, so who is this? First off, who is this 50-year-old man talking about Roblox showing up on my channel? Apparently,
salute.
This old man talking about Roblox on my channel. When I'm talking about Roblox, right? Right? Isn't that right?
One parent to another.
Is it what that guy on Twitter was constantly constantly spamming? Was like old man, like 50-year-old man comment talking about a 12-year-old talking about a kid's game. And every time you respond, he's like, "Don't you have a college fund?" Yeah, by the way, Smash, why are you dipping into your college fund? It gives you your kid's college fund. I'm just saying. I saw the post earlier. That's why I was like, oh. I'm just saying. No, Smash, thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. I owe you a clip later. We'll get you a clip later, but ladies
Absolutely.
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Smash JT. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a very nice. Let's give him a round of applause. Smash has been in the trenches talking about this. TV reviews, Madam Savvy, Asmongold, Charlie, everybody's been talking about this, okay? So we're going to do... Mom Bear's already caught up. Mom Bear's already knows who wears it, so she's put strict... She has serious restrictions when it comes to...
I'm a parent. I'm a parent of, a child of Roblox age. In fact, the two of us will occasionally play it together. So yeah, years ago, we set down some very, like my daughter and I, set down some very strict rules when it came to interacting or playing anything on Roblox. Especially when it comes to interacting with people. No names, no ages, no talking with people if you don't know them outside of, and even then, if there's a better way of communicating with them, everything goes through me.
Yeah.
Even still.
As how it should be. As how it should be, basically. And so we're going to jump straight into the CEO, basically, on damage control after we say hi to everybody in the chat. So this is going to be a great response. So everybody stay tuned. I got a lot to say. Mama Bear's got a lot to say. This is going to be a good response. So, but Power has been on point lately with Clippy. And by the way, Sky, if you're Skywalker the Jedi, if you're watching this, and we know you are.
Hopefully.
Stay tuned to the show later. I'm going to explain why myself, Power, and possibly others use the Clippy emoji. We'll explain later, okay?
It's more about, I was trying to fill him in on the whole restrictions and the needing the new AI bot thing.
Listen, the only thing we can say is, just remember, Clippy just wanted to help. That's all he wanted. He just wanted to help. So now, retroactively, the very thing we hated is the very thing we miss now. Because all he wanted to do was help you type up a better document. Help you with your documents. So that's all. Nothing else. So yes. Now he did bring up, I don't know, have you even seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
I keep meaning to. My daughter keeps talking about it. She's a huge fan.
That's what I figured. Okay, because everybody's freaking loving it. So apparently it did huge, and Sony is getting jack squat out of it. Netflix is sharing most of the profits. It's getting most of the profits from it. So Sony is basically getting a fat goose egg from it. Now, the Attorney General, we're going to get to that. And this is the Attorney General of Louisiana, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to get into that because you have to be very, because it is a Trojan horse. It is a Trojan horse. I explained it last night on Peak Gaming, so I'll explain it a little bit more once we get to that point. But yes, this is where...
Shout out to the Power News Network.
Yes, there are games that were called Escape to Jeffrey Island and Diddy Party. Both of them were...
Okay, I know I've joked about, a game being Five Nights at Diddy, but seriously?
Yes, those were games. Those were actual servers.
I believe it.
Know about Public Bathroom Simulator, which is reported has been banned.
Mm-hmm.
Using the platform was taken into custody. Yep. And that's the other thing. Despite the fact that we all use Discord is another factor. Discord is another factor that can lead into that. Lead into, you know.
Oh, I will be straight out. There is no platform that I trust.
Right.
I have reported potential on multiple platforms.
But what I'm trying to say is that what Power just mentioned here, that's actually one of the ways that, you know, predators can lure kids out of Roblox, can lure young players out of Roblox and into Discord. Yeah, that is one way. And using voice changes, so catfishing. And keep in mind, the CEO wanted to have Roblox be turn into a dating simulator for like teens.
Yeah.
You can only imagine how wrong that will go. Not say would go, will go. That will
probably has gone. Being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna get into it. So yeah, and this ties in with the censorship. It really does. It really does, because I can't believe, like, okay, we're gonna say hi to everybody, but Mom Bear.
Yes.
You at some point, and I need to ask you this. At some point, do you still believe that all of this is somehow a coincidence?
No.
Yeah.
I rarely believe in coincidence.
This is all coordinated, and the webs go deep. The webs go deep because it's connected with politicians. It's connected with like Collective Shout. It's connected with. By the way, Collective Shout hasn't said a damn thing about this, huh?
I'm just going to say release the list.
Yeah, and all of it stemmed from not releasing the list. Don't you just love it? Woo! Woo! This is going to be fun. And yes, I agree, Free Schlep, because he is officially a martyr. By the way, if you are on Roblox, if you guys are continuing what got Schlep banned, and you want to continue, filing reports to sending and getting your information out, send it over to Schlep. Send it over. I forgot to put the other content creators. Send it over to them. They do have their Gmail. They do have their contact info in their Gmail. So people are still seeking out. People still are keeping on the lookout for any predators and such like that, especially on these games as well. But yeah, he got a cease and desist, which made no sense. Absolutely. They compared to him, and this, and I agree. This got me. Like, this got me a little bit. I'm like, you are comparing him to the predators he's exposing, ignoring the fact that Schlep himself was groomed in Roblox by a developer. And it only took another accusation to finally get that developer banned. But even then, the bans felt meaningless. Yeah, it's a hit. This situation has gone to the point where now even ABC News is covering it, even mainstream news outlets are covering it. So, yeah, this is that important. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to catch up. So, yeah, stay tuned. We have a lot to say. Grumpy, good to see you.
Hey, Grumpy.
The internet is dangerous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I hope the AI realized that I'm 40 plus years old.
Yeah, because I'm not sure a selfie of Sean will help his case.
No, you'll pass, Sean. You'll find. Okay. Emerald, good to see you. Emerald, listen, all I gotta say is stay tuned for the outro. Just make sure you are here for the outro. That's just all I'm gonna say. Make sure you're here for the outro. Neo J is saying hi to everybody.
Hey.
Smack that like button, make it jiggle, smack, subscribe and make it jiggle, guys. That is how engagement But the unfortunate thing is engagement is now more important than ever if you want to actually grow. If you want this, especially stuff that the content that we cover here, that's the only way we can grow now is through actual engagement. So
Yes.
I think that can be a double-edged sword because I think
can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Go ahead.
Referring to it as chin fuzz doesn't help. Okay?
I'm not even gonna go face cam, but I'm just gonna say, yeah, that doesn't count.
That doesn't help. Go ahead.
Grumpy saying my little cousins play a lot of Roblox, but their parents are savvy with tech. That's good to see. That's good to know. Now, and now this is a perfect world. In a perfect world, the staff of the Roblox would actually team up with the Predator Hunters. Yeah, exactly. The vigilantes. And of course, how can we not forget that To Catch a Predator star himself, Chris Hansen, is now getting involved, wanting to write a documentary on this. So yeah. Okay. Do we need a warm up, or should we just?
You know what? Drop that. Thank you for JT. For Smash JT for the super chat.
First up, let's give JT a little power cleanser here. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for the engagement, Smash. For this one, let's go classy with a bit of Evelyn. That is, if I can find it. Where is it? Nicole. No. Where's Evelyn? There we go. Okay. Let's go a little bit classy with a bit about that. Thank you, Smash, for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you for the super chat, Smash. I appreciate it. I promise I will get back into Zenless this week. I owe you guys Bernice. So we'll get back because we need to set some shit on fire anyway. I do owe you guys Bernice. I will get back into Zenless this week. I promise. Now, we were talking backstage. Some of us were talking backstage, and just to make sure that we haven't forgotten what this channel is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody try to make accusations? We're not on our channel anymore. It's like, no, we still are. We still. Yeah, go to kick.
He's not wrong.
That's the worst part.
Everybody gets it wrong.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, Sean. That's the worst part. You ain't wrong.
The amount of chats we've been in when they first read his name and they between that and the image, they're like, oh, it's a woman. No,
hey,
honey,
look at
no.
me now. It's a clip. Just a clip. Just a clipping. Oh my god. He did nothing. Really. Okay, there we go.
Actually, they aren't exactly AI voices.
What do you mean they aren't AI voices? What are you talking about? What are you trying to get at?
I'm not gonna spoil your secrets, but he's saying the art with the AI voices you cooked.
What are you trying to get at, Sean? Okay, what are you trying to get at? Okay, don't maybe bring out Bully McGuire. Okay, don't make me on the same boat. You got Chocolate Bunny as your avatar, Emerald. So we might have to improvise. That's all I'm saying. Sean's got two people, so I don't know if you can AI age check two faces on one account. you might be able to. They might be able to. Oh my god!
I've heard him doing it though. That's
okay. Let's go into
moving on.
Let's go to the main stage. Let's head to the main part of the studio, and let's go ahead and share the screen as we are focused on the mountain. And I repeat, the mountain of tabs that I have on. Okay, I have like 7 tabs open. Okay, there's a lot. So to get things started and make sure the audio is loud and proud.
45 minutes is a long time to say we're basically doing nothing.
There are timestamps. There are timestamps. We will go through the important timestamp. We are not going through the whole thing.
I'm just saying 45 minutes is basically a long time to basically say we're not making any changes.
Yeah. So we're going to have timestamps, and we're going through the comment section because they are. And by the way, let me zoom in here. I want you to zoom in. Mom, I want chat. I want you to look at that mouse cursor. I want you to look.
Ooh.
I want you to look. I want you to gaze your eyes upon that glorious ratio. Jesus, that ratio.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Democracy. That is the democracy. Oh, we're going into this one. And you know what? Allow me to go and fulfill my democracy by placing a dislike as well. So
absolutely.
If you guys would love to go and place your dislikes on that, I will put a link in the put the link in the chat. So if you wish to increase that dislike count to 35K. Oh, we in for the doozy. So anyway, so what this is basically the CEO in a tech talk is basically playing damage control. And the thing that I absolutely love is that, as Mama Bear alluded, it is 45 straight minutes of basically saying, we're going to do everything except the obvious. So, Mama Bear, are you ready?
Okay, just one thing first. I want to answer this question before we get started.
Go ahead.
Yes, Sean. You've heard the like recording we did that together. Okay, we're done.
You heard him recording that? What?
Sorry, let me highlight that. So, yeah, don't slide past that. You heard him recording. You heard him recording them. Yes, I did. We did the smack that like button recording together.
Yeah, we did smack that. You don't know that, Sean? Either that says that.
We've done a few recordings together, so yes,
We've done
I've heard it.
together, okay. Oh boy, that count is too high.
It is. The like count is way too high.
This is 4,900 too many.
Okay,
Anyway,
without having watched this, I am going to make a prediction, make a wild guess.
all right.
It's going to be 45 minutes of we apologize for, because there has been some heinous actions behaved and having people reported, unnecessarily, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Basically.
Well, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready. Let's let the BS commence. And yes, we both will have a lot to say on this. Let's begin.
Welcome. I'm Dave Bazuki, founder and CEO at Roblox, and you're listening to Tech Talks, where we talk about everything that's happening at Roblox. We have a fast follow today. We're joined again by Matt Kaufman and Eliza Jacobs from our safety and civility team, hot on the release of facial age estimation, trusted connections, and a slew of other things. We are going to give you a real-time update on how that big release went. We're going to dive into some new things we're releasing. We're going to chat a little about what we're doing.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, don't care. Don't care about the release. Don't care about new things you're releasing.
You really are not good at talking. You really aren't good at
And this is something, as you and I have both learned, that when it comes to talking online, there is there's a learning curve when it comes to it.
There's a learning curve. I would critique that even in, and I've seen, I work in an office environment. I've seen meetings before, and I've heard speakers much better than this.
Oh yeah, he is definitely giving off that teacher from Ferris Bueller.
I've been in meetings before. I've seen
Bueller.
better than this.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller.
With vigilantes on Roblox. We're going to go a little over the future of our AI platforms as well. So buckle up, sit back. We have a lot of information, and we'll give you an update on some of the open source AI tools that we've released as well. Matt, Eliza, thanks for jumping back in with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey, we just got back from Washington, D.C., where we were hanging with a lot of people sharing our vision and our safety roadmap. And we are live now with a bunch of tech we've been working on for a while, including trusted connections, facial age estimation, and more really.
So we haven't even started yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, facial age verification.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna jump the gun. I'm gonna try not to jump. And at first, I'll me kind of jumping a gun a bit. I'm gonna say, so you will protect the predators, yet at the same time you want age verification. Mm-hmm. Is that right? From younger, you want younger players, because Roblox is a younger platform, is a platform meant for a younger audience.
It is.
You want them to dox themselves. Am I getting that right? Am I in that ballpark?
That is certainly what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Trying to make it easier for. Sorry,
things.
I'm going to stop there.
Okay. Yeah. Let's continue.
For users on the platform. How has the release of age estimation gone? Are people using it? Is it doing what we're hoping it will do?
Yeah, I can start off with that. First of all, we launched something called Trusted Connections. We did that about a month ago. And what it is it's a way for our users who are 13 and over to have more authentic conversations with their friends and people they know in real life. And in order to access that, you have to go through a facial age estimation, which lets us take a picture of your face and you move your head around a little bit, and we can get a pretty good idea of how old.
No. Sorry.
It's all connected. This is not a coincidence. I'm sorry, I'm clapping, but this is not a coincidence, guys. I don't know how else to tell you. This is
Man,
not a coincidence.
At this rate, you're going to need a drop of that guy from The Incredibles going, coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Like, God.
Oh my God.
This is everywhere. I just want to let you guys know, this is everywhere. This is what they ultimately want. So don't give me this is about protecting the children, because you know damn well it's not.
No.
Old you are. And that lets us ensure that the product is only available to our users who are 13 and over. And when we talk about more authentic conversations, what we mean by that is unfiltered chat, text chat, and unfiltered voice communication in our party system.
And I think you're saying it nicely, Matt. When I've been on TV, I've explained that up till now, for example, if you wanted to call me a butthead, you couldn't do that on Roblox. And there's a lot of 15-year-olds who we feel it's okay for them to call each other a butthead, and there's actually a deeper reason for allowing 15-year-olds to call each other a butthead on Roblox rather than anywhere else. Can you share?
That's your example to go after. That's your example for this kind of like policing, is because you don't want 15-year-olds calling each other a butthead. Really?
We don't want them calling each other butthead, but we think there's reason. But they think there's reason that they could call each other a butthead. So maybe that we can go into the reasons that no, dancing around the thing people really actually care about.
Dancing thing. Really care to. Also, by the way.
Hey.
Also, by the way, how many people? Who still, show of hands, who still uses the term butthead nowadays?
Hey.
Maybe it's just my old
no,
age,
not really.
I'm just saying, who still uses...
Emerald. That is a beautiful comment. I wonder how many people are calling him a butthead in the comment section.
Listen. Call each other. You have an issue with calling each other butthead, and you clearly have been living long enough to understand what kids are like online. Clearly, you don't know what. Listen, I am. Come on, Bear. I can't tell you. No. I can't tell you how happy I am to grow up in a time of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies existing, okay? Because you've heard kids in Roblox age in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby use every single racial slur in the book, even ones that I haven't even heard of.
I will touch back on this in a second. Neo? Yes. Okay, I can't leave this up for too long, but yes.
You want to go?
Like I have a 12-year-old,
and until you've experienced a try-hard 12-year-old dropping every slur at you,
I have a 12-year-old. I've listened to her interact with her classmates, both on Roblox and in classrooms and all of that. I know the vocabulary these kids have. Like, my God. And when I try to point this out to their parents, they're like, "Oh no, my angel would never." Bullshit.
Are you serious?
Don't tell me your kid doesn't talk like that when I've heard it with my own ears.
listen, you guys haven't lived, okay? I'm grateful. I think all what it comes down to is I'm just so grateful I've lived in that time. I was around at that time because honestly, you guys haven't lived it. Let's be honest here. When we get into the, we'll get into, I want to go off on a tangent real quick before we start on the video, continue this video. Listen, as children growing up, we have found many ways to defy our parents. Okay? We have found many ways to sneak around. If you grew up at the dawn of the internet, you did some shit behind your parents' back. That's natural for all of us.
There is the difference in generations because
yes,
some generations had to sneak around behind your parents' back. The other ones, our parents literally needed the reminder of it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Exactly. Exactly.
I remember those ads.
And if you grew up at the start of the internet, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm here to tell you, there was nothing wrong with that. You were being a kid. That's how kids were. Okay. We find every single excuse to sneak behind our parents' back. Okay. I did not discover what prawn is until I was 11 years old.
Oh, no, that's the thing.
What poontang was until I was 11 years old. Okay,
I'm in that border generation where my parents needed reminding that they had kids. So sneaking around wasn't a problem.
Just remember. I'm just saying. This generation might be a little too soon.
Okay, I will say Gen Z definitely way too sensitive.
Yeah. Sorry, go off on a tangent.
Gen Alpha, the world is not ready for. I know. I know how they talk. I am raising one. I have seen them interact. The world is not ready for Gen Alpha.
I discovered poontang in the 6th grade. Yep. No, I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say I've learned how to beat it when I was 11.
Phrasing.
What our motivation is for that?
Maybe Eliza can talk about what's age appropriate.
Yeah. I think what we're always trying to do is have products that are age and developmentally appropriate for our users. So in this case, if you're calling your friend that you know in real life a butthead and they know that you're joking, but you've done that through facial age estimation and trusted connections, then we don't really think there's a safety risk there, right? Whereas if you're calling someone in a game server a butthead, maybe that's a bullying issue or a harassment issue. So we're really trying to be contextual in our policies and keep everyone safe, but also not prohibit things that are really developmentally appropriate for kids to be engaging in with their friends.
Yeah. And so with facial age estimation, we're not going to allow 11-year-olds to call each other a butthead. But there's another benefit that's really subtle, and I share this when I'm in DC.
Okay, hold on a second.
Trying to keep...
I am so expecting for people to say butthead in the comments.
Hold on a second. First of all,
to say butthead in our chat right now.
Oh, guaranteed. First of all, hey, how you doing? but this one, yeah, Sean's saying kids are allowed to curse. They never had Caribbean parents. I'm talking about the kids with Caribbean parents.
Ooh.
I have tried saying to these people who are of Caribbean origin, various island origin, what their kids are saying to my kid. And they're like, oh, no, my kid doesn't talk like that. My kid would never talk like that. Sure.
People on our Roblox platform, not as much always because they're driving engagement, but there's some unique things about our platform. All the text, all the voice is filtered for critical harms. We don't allow real-time image sharing. And those are things where we may see people try to go off.
Real-time image sharing, but you want ID, you want facial verification, though.
No.
So let me get this straight. So you don't allow real-time image sharing, but yet you want facial verification on young players.
As somebody whose kid plays Roblox, That is not going to happen. Okay.
I was about to say, hey, Guac, can you confirm on this? I just want to.
Seriously, that is not going to happen for my child.
Yeah. Gonna work there, Roblox. Not gonna
Off
work.
platforms when we don't want them to.
That's right. Yeah, we would prefer that people stay on Roblox and participate and talk with their friends on Roblox rather than going off platform. And so we're trying to make these contextual tools available to encourage that.
Arguably, Roblox has one of the most.
I think we got to the first point. So you don't want your kids going off on platforms, right? Is that correct? Okay, so
Yes.
explain to me how the predators on your platform are encouraging kids to go off your platform. You don't want it on your platform, and yet you have predators that are actively encouraging kids to continue their conversations off platform.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we use Discord. Yes, we use our social medias. Yeah.
Yes.
They're encouraging people to go off platform. I mean, okay, continue.
Creative, passionate communities in the world. We have over 100 million daily active users. We did something that was arguably controversial because we're thinking about the future, where a feature that was really in the very first spec of Roblox almost 20 years ago, which was a feature called Friends. We renamed that to Connections and Trusted Connections. And I want to highlight there's a lot of back and forth inside the company around.
Okay, Emerald, you don't get what I'm saying. They're actively the predators are actively trying. It starts on Roblox. Like it starts with them kind of like doing whatever they do, such as like using changing their voices to sound more younger and such like that, and encouraging them because they can't comment on Roblox because they having that limitation on Roblox. They will encourage them to get off of Roblox to continue their conversation. You get what I'm saying?
But what Emerald is saying, he'd rather have the kids just not be on Roblox, seeing as
right.
There are P3DOs on there.
Yeah, but that's how they lure. But what I'm trying to say is, they lure. That's one of the tactics they'll use.
There's just one thing.
You know what I mean?
There's just one thing I want to say in regards to what he's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to say trusted connections, you really should put up the air quotes.
Yeah, it's not trusted connections, now, is it?
No. We need air quotes with trusted connections.
Really a great move for us. Do you guys want to riff on why we made that move? And I can add on some of my thoughts about it.
Sure, I can start. I think when we think about the generic term friends, what we realized it was being used on Roblox and honestly on other platforms to reflect people who you knew really well. They might be your childhood friend, and also somebody who you may have met once playing a game and you thought, maybe I'll just add you to a list. And we thought that really wide spectrum of relationships wasn't really well described by the word friend. So we introduced the notion of trusted connections, and then everybody else who's a regular connection. And this idea of trusted connections is we know more about the relationship between the two people. We know that both people have really opted into that and said, hey, like this is something that, I really want to become a trusted connection. I want to have more of this unfiltered free communication with. And so it just provides an extra level of transparency in those cases.
Yeah, and I would say a lot of people were, thinking that they have a lot of friends on Roblox, and we're not trying to get away from this. I think this stems from a future vision some of the people on Roblox are going to be my business associates, but not my friends. And some of them may be a parent or a sibling, or someone may be some other thing. So I think part of this is a future vision of having a wider taxonomy of the people and not really making any assumption about those relationships. Although we do realize the passionate community, this was a tough one, and we appreciate them understanding us. Hey, there's another thing that I think is going to be live when this goes live, and that's sensitive issues or sensitive topics. This one also took a lot of thought within the company, and we shared a bit on this whole notion that even in a very tight-knit community or in the United States or the world, for younger players, there is a range of topics that it's almost like we can't find a unanimous decision on what's appropriate for them. Eliza, I know you led the charge on this and we're very thoughtful. Can you share a bit more about the vision here?
Sure, yeah. This launch was really about giving parents more visibility and more choice into the things that our youngest users are engaging with on the platform. And one of the things we know about our community is, we have a global UGC community of creators that, as you said, are just explosively creative. But what that means is that for super sensitive topics that families might have very different opinions on, or might want to approach with their kids in very sensitive ways, we just can't guarantee that stuff is handled in a developmentally appropriate way on the platform. And so we're giving parents the choice to either enable access to games that are primarily themed on those topics or not. That's in the parental control.
Okay. You want in on this? Because I'm smelling it. I sense clear tap dancing around the issue, especially.
There is very much tap dancing around the issue,
So
and the fact of that they're clearly putting, starting to put the onus on the parents. Well, you should be monitoring your kids' stuff better. I as a parent do, but I recognize that I can't monitor my child 24/7. And when it comes to a child's app, you would kind of hope that they would have, regulations or mods or whatever that would keep an eye out for people doing this behavior. And so instead of turning around and saying, oh, you guys need to be, regulating this stuff. When this stuff when we are checking this stuff, you're not doing shit about it. I have a phone call. I will be able to.
Okay. Let me continue. So I think I get what Roblox is saying. How do you explain servers like public bathroom simulator? How do you explain, as what Mobber has brought up, those kinds of servers where they're clear cut should have been moderators, people moderating on those type of servers, where you guys should be doing your freaking job? I get that. And the thing is that you're saying that, and it's more of an oxymoron, because now more and more we're seeing that the government wants to be the parents instead of letting parents, raise their children right. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Just it's starting to get infuriating a little bit.
Now, it's their default unavailable for U13s, just to start from a place, in our safety-centric vision of being a little bit more restrictive, and then let parents go in and change that if they feel for their family and for their kid. Roblox is the place to engage in any of these topics. And, we're not taking a stance on any of these topics, and we know that they can be handled in appropriate ways and in schools and with trusted adults. But we really want to put that power in the parents' hands.
No, you don't. No, you don't. If that was the case, you would have banned those type of games a long time ago. It's only because the heat is so much on you guys right now that you are starting to ban those type of games. When those type of servers had suspicious activity, you should have banned them. I'm sorry.
And I think one of the things we really thought long and hard about inside the company is default on or default off, really, for younger users, whether the default behavior is, hey, go get your parent and allow you to see this, versus if parents don't like it, turn it off. We went with the former, really, which is, work with your parent to turn it on. I think that is where we came out as far as the most developmentally appropriate strategy here.
We're also super transparent with the community, and it'll say on the game page, the details page, why something is restricted, and it'll say, like, go ask your parent to change this setting and direct you to that setting. So we want to engender conversation between kids and parents, and as much as possible, have parents make educated choices about how their kids are engaging on the platform.
Cool. Well, let's move on and let's highlight first. Thank you all for participating in our communication with.
We're going to the address the elephant in the room here, because this is where I got a lot to say. So let's continue. Let's go.
And how that's evolved some on Roblox over the last year or two. I want to start off by saying that both inside of Roblox, and I think that there are lots of people outside of Roblox who really have the best intentions and the welfare of our community at heart. We all want to keep Roblox safe. We share this view, and we know that there's members of our community who feel strongly about that too. And you know what? We welcome them in part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer. And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying, like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And, we paid really careful attention. We looked at what they were saying. We looked at what they were reporting. And all of that went into our moderation system so that we could go and identify.
Okay, so why did you not only ban Schlep, but you sent a cease and desist? You want to talk about this, wanting to work with the community. Why did you ban him? Someone who is actively doing the job that you're supposed to be doing.
Bad actors on the platform and take them off, and bad content on the platform. But then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies. And so let me explain what that means. They would go and create accounts on Roblox claiming to be a child. And then they would enter into game servers, and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were 12 or you said you were 7, they would just move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations. And they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox and historical records. Are you able to kind of take a look at this stuff?
Yeah. So unlike other social media and communications platforms, we don't encrypt anything, and we have systems that are monitoring for this type of behavior. So we saw these actors. They're pretending to be kids. They're trying to find adults. And then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring and policy.
You mean the same thing that the predators were doing? The exact same thing they're doing. What Schlep and others were doing was luring them out. That's how Schlep was able to get at least 6 predators arrested. Using those similar tactics. And he's doing it because you won't do a damn thing about it. I'm waiting for Mom to come back in, but yeah, you're not going to do a damn thing about this. So miss me with that.
That Roblox has. And then they were using that activity that happened on other platforms to create situations that they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know. And there's a bunch of issues in here.
And so that's why they sent a ban and cease and desist, because instead of what Schlepp should have reported to Roblox, because Roblox wasn't going to do a damn thing, he reported it to the police first. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that exactly what I'm hearing? Sorry if I'm raising my voice, but exactly, is that what I'm hearing? The reason that Schlepp was banned is because instead of reporting it to you, which you should have done your damn job, he reported it to the police first because he knew that you weren't going to do a damn thing about the predators that were on your damn platform.
Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are. Number two, moving conversations off platform. And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior.
It is clear as day that you are actively protecting the predators of your own fucking platform. Why did it take so long for a lot of these games, for a lot of these sus servers to get shut down? Oh, that's right, because they were making the most amount of money for you. Is that right?
Okay, let me start off.
Go ahead.
One of the rules actually that has been engaged with my child for a long time is not admitting your age.
Understandable.
Because she is a child.
Mm-hmm.
And people on Roblox don't need to know her actual age.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, if they're interacting together, I say she's my sister.
Mm-hmm. It's just what I'm bringing up because they go the whole thing with the vigilantism, and it's like there's a reason why Schlepp did what he did, and they explained why he went after, why you decided instead of actively working with him, you banned every one of his accounts and sent him a cease and desist. By the way, Schlepp is lowering up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he did was doing what you guys should be doing in the first damn place. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So what should have been doing what they should have been doing in the first damn place, and they have a problem because
they should have been checking, like regulating this behavior instead of with this nonsense that what they're doing is actually, it sounds like it's more encouraging it.
They didn't have the absolute. They didn't even have the where, because Schlepp knew that if even reporting this to Roblox, they weren't going to do a thing.
No,
they weren't going to do a thing. So what did he do? He went behind their back and reported it to the police first.
No, because I have reported people on Roblox and it goes nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. These motherfuckers should be doing their fucking job. Anyway.
To come and tell us so we could take action. All of those things
you're not going to take
are
action
against our policies. And all of those things make it more difficult for us.
Again, I have reported people on Roblox. Nothing. You guys do not take action. So miss me with this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to step away for a second.
So, while I think some of these groups started off in a really good place, and they started off, really, and they still do really care about the community, the actions that they were taking were putting our community at greater risk.
The actions that Schlepp and others were doing were putting your community at a greater risk instead of, not addressing the fact that the people that are actually putting your community in a greater risk is the predators that you're actually fostering within your communities.
Thank you.
That's a greater risk.
You guys are pissed off at the wrong people. The greater risk to your community is the ones that Schlepp got arrested. And those like him.
Yeah.
Those like them.
Oh my God.
And
I'll
we're
be back.
violations of our policy.
Hey, Matt, a couple things to think about comprehensively behind the scenes. Text conversation on Roblox is going through AI and detection and filtering. And arguably the internal efforts at Roblox, not just with AI, but with our own teams and research teams, are obviously much larger, if not, orders of magnitude, what would be possible from an outside thing.
We have a large number of investigators that are looking for violative activity. We have over 100 different machine learning or AI pipelines that are running looking for activity. And we report a lot of stuff to law enforcement when we find stuff that crosses a line and becomes illegal. And, one of the things is when we report stuff to law enforcement, yes, we don't publicize that. And we don't publicize it mainly because we want law enforcement to make the decision about what is illegal and what is not. And we leave it up to them. We don't want to pass judgment on our own.
Okay. No, you actually don't want to pass judgment on your own, because whenever those predators are outed, you won't do a damn thing. As Slip mentioned, he was harassed and he was groomed when he started playing Roblox by a developer. Oh my God. The problem is that when you report it, you won't do anything. That's the thing. You won't do anything. So people are taking it upon themselves to do your damn job for you. And instead of having the wherewithal to actually work with the so-called vigilantes and cleaning up your platform, you want to go out of your way to not only ban them and file lawsuits against them. And now it's caused this Streisand effect. And now look at where you are. Look at where you are right now. I cannot believe that you were completely skirting the actual issue. You are completely talking around the actual problem. And it's just like what Bandito brought up. It's just like what any other people brought up. You equated to what Schlepp and other people were doing as equivalent to predators. When you know damn well you won't do a damn thing, because guess what? That user base is your moneymaker. The revenue you get is your moneymaker, that you will look past all of it. That you won't even bat an eye. Fuck you.
Without getting law enforcement involved. And that's why we're quiet about those things.
Yeah, I would also add on the sort of policy violations on the platform and our concerns for the harm to the community. These actors that were coming on the platform, they were reaching out to dozens and dozens of people, and the vast majority of those people were not responding to those engagements, and frankly were harmed in that process, right? They were violating our policies. They were normalizing policy violations on the platform. They were harassing people and creeping them out, and we can't endorse harm and policy violations on the platform for any reason, even if it's well-intentioned. That's just not something that we want to allow on the platform.
So you just protecting predators who are, so you're just going to go after people who are taking it upon their hands to do the damn job that you should be doing in the first damn place.
And the other piece is oftentimes the sort of evidence that was collected, the video evidence, was really difficult to verify, really difficult for us. And if law enforcement had to verify it, then they're talking about subpoenas. And so I think something that sometimes seems obvious to folks in the community really is just much more complicated on the back end. And we want to really arm law enforcement with the information that they need to do their job. And that's what we do when we engage with them.
I would urge caution for people who, try to assess what's going on just by what they see on social media here, because there's so much more going on behind the scenes. of this.
I do want to go a little bit deeper into one of the things that
You can't even come clean. So you just want to do nothing. You can't even come clean with this. That's the problem. You're not even taking any accountability. You're not even coming clean about this. Why do you think that you're in such the crap storm that you're in right now? What most people want is for not most people don't want this platform to be shut down. They want you guys to do your damn jobs. You want to talk about using this machine learning, using this machine learning, working with law enforcement, yet you won't even actively try to actually go out and get these predators off your platform. And it looks like you're actually protecting them now. And really, this is the same Roblox. This is the same person who wants to turn this into a dating site for 17-year-olds? Do you understand the ramifications that will come to that? Do you understand that that could lead to mountains of lawsuits? Do you understand that could potentially lead to people getting to younger players, to teens getting catfished by older men, by older predators? Do you understand that? Fuck, man.
I think they understand that and they don't care.
Okay, listen.
I'll call a spade a spade.
I really don't know if I can go any more through with this because this is fucking messed up. So let's go through one more part, and this is about one of the biggest servers called Meep City.
Yeah, I can see some of our community naming experiences on Roblox and just say, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'd say examples could be Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
Yeah, I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users, right? That doesn't seem fair at all. Then we're taking a game down because users were in it behaving badly. And that would open up an abuse factor that would mean that any game that, people didn't like the developer of or something, they could just flood it and behave badly and get the game taken down. So we don't want to open up that abuse factor. We want to be fair. But that being said, we understand that there are games that people feel like users are behaving badly in. So we're doing a few things. One is we're investing in what we're calling bad scenes detection, so that we can actually moderate in the moment those servers and take them down if users are behaving badly. And we also occasionally, if we find that there's a real preponderance of bad behavior in a game, we will reach out to the developer and work with them to make updates to the design of that game that we think will mitigate that harm. So we always want.
You know what? Marbear?
I've actually played that game. Mm-hmm.
From your experience?
It's been a while since we've played it. The fact that they're dancing around having any responsibility. That alone is enough to irritate the shit out of me.
Okay, so hold on a second. I'm gonna have you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hear this from one of the biggest content creators on Roblox. And specifically,
okay, so this is going to be a little upbeat.
Talking about Meep City, and let me get to, and this is from Creekcraft, which I've shown yesterday on Peak Gaming last night, and he actually brings up this specific topic. And if I could find where he is talking about Meep City, where is it? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
A Roblox server and a certain threshold of users are doing inappropriate stuff, it will automatically shut the server down. And like, this is good. This is great. This seems like a really convoluted way to do it though. Like, you know what else would fix this problem? Just banning the damn games. Sorry for swearing. I know, I normally don't. I'm pretty family friendly here on YouTube. But like, why aren't we going out of our way to build this AI system that will detect this and detect that and take this out and take that out? Like, just ban the game. Like, it's that simple. Like, why are we overcomplicating this? Just ban the games that have bad stuff in it. It's that simple. I don't understand. Now they did actually start banning some games. They banned Dollhouse Roleplay, which is great. W Roblox. They banned Club Iris. Great. W Roblox. And then yesterday it was reported that Roblox lost $12 billion in market share. Roblox was worth like $80 billion or something, and now they're worth what, like 60 something billion. So they lost a lot of like market share. And this is what Roblox cares about. This is why it's important to keep the pressure up, because this is what they care about. They start losing money, they start acting fast, as you can see, right? Last night, David Bazuki's Roblox account got terminated. It was a weird glitch. His account got terminated. I'm not going to dwell too much on it. It doesn't really matter. And okay, yeah, that's basically all the RTC news. Let me go to the Roblox thing. So Roblox released a video. David Bazuki did here. Here's the video here. And I watched through this video last night, and this is a really bad video. I don't know why Roblox released this video. Like, this is bad. Like, let me just read some of the comments on this video. David, you make
let me read some of these comments here. Let's go straight down here, because this is where because I'm about to get fired up here. So let's see, what is the highlighted comment? Oh, who is that? Mama Bear. Who is that?
Who's what?
Who is that?
I can't see it.
Who is the top comment?
I don't know.
Well, how did I get 6 predators in your community arrested? The most liked comment, by the way. The person that you sent a cease and desist on. Let's continue. No, 43 minutes and 3 out-of-touch Roblox employees reading a lawyer-filtered slop script. Time to tuck in. Yeah, this is a lawyer-filled slop script. David, you make GPT seem human. Hey, Chat GPT, make me a 43-minute video of 3 Roblox employees yapping about everything going on with Roblox right now.
Mm-hmm.
This feels more like an AI is talking to us. Disgusting. Hey, Chat GPT, generate 43 minutes of yapping session about our transparency, which is none. You know it, sir. Sir, Nerdcat, you deserve sir, that's can you do the honors, please?
Oh, give me a second to find it.
Audio. It's an audio section.
I know it's an audio section. I know what you're looking for.
Thank you. That is a Don DeMarco just for that one. Using the term vigilante to describe what we do is slander. We are concerned citizens that report crime to law enforcement. The PDF CEO got.
I wasn't going to point it out.
I generated. Oh, Rupert Eric, he only actually cared about child safety, while David only cared about expansion. Roblox seems to not actually care. It's sad how I see this bad games often. How brave of Roblox for leaving the comments open. Hey, Chat GPT, write me a 43-minute long script about the SLEP situation. You know it's bad when the comments have more likes than the video itself. It's gotta be AI. Roblox transparency is in the negatives, bro. I can't lie. All of this shit looks like AI. You're making the Roblox community look bad right now. All y'all care about is money and player count, not the safety of kids while playing the app. Roblox is less transparent than a block of metal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm watching 3 different AIs talk to each other. It's crazy how this brought everyone could get it. We got the creator of Skibbity Toilet slept himself entire. Even Gorilla Tag content creator people who don't even do Roblox content are getting involved. This is absolutely disgusting. Hi. Sorry. I just want to say hello. Even people, I'm not even into this, and somehow I have to be put. I'm talking about this. Your safety is not our problem.
Yeah. That was that, and that's the entire stream summed up.
Your safety is not our problem.
Yeah.
My grandma knows more about Roblox than these guys. This is the most AI I've ever seen in a single video. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like this was written by their lawyers. This sounds like this was written by their lawyers. But a reminder, it took them 15 plus years and everyone to get on their case just to come to the realization that their safety wasn't anywhere near good. It took them 15 years just to get that point across. We don't care about the safety of kids.
Nope.
Yeah. I feel like I need to rename this stream Roblox. Your safety is not our problem.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, let's see if I can rename. Hang on, let me. That's a good. You know what? That is a perfect stream. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can edit. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna
absolutely edit. Hey, Keely, ciao.
Roblox. Your safety. Here at Roblox, your safety is not our problem.
Here at Roblox, your safety is not our problem.
It's not our problem. That's perfect. Oh, that title is perfect. Thank you. Really good to see you. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll change it afterwards. Let's do it through YouTube Studio. I'll have to do it through YouTube. Studio. So yeah. Yeah. And just remember, guys. Just remember the whole thing with Valve with the payment processors. Just remember, MasterCard is a big sponsor of Roblox. Just remember that. Yet, in the same token, they want to go after Japan. They want to go after adult content. Legal adult content, by the way. Mm-hmm. Just remember that.
Hold on.
So, go ahead.
Right, Kitty's got a gold one. There is no predator problem in Roblox, Sing Say.
That is brilliant. There's no war in Bossing Say. That's what it comes down to.
Which one is the laughing one?
Donnell laughing.
Thank you.
Donnell laughing. That's what
you know exactly the one I'm looking for.
Yep, that's Donnell laughing. Go for it.
As soon as I can find it. Come here. There you are.
Shout out the season, man.
Exactly. They have it's basically 3 Judies from Avatar, just basically saying there's no war in Bossing Say.
There is no predator problem in Bossing Say.
I renamed the stream, by the way. Your safety is not a problem. So this is gone. Like I said, this has gone crazy now, and I'm gonna give you. Here's the follow up. So. That Part Pace made a really good article going at this time. Louisiana General Attorney is already filing a lawsuit against Roblox. In fact, I think the entire state of Louisiana has already filed a lawsuit against Roblox. Now, and this is something, and I brought this up last night, Maver, on Peak Gaming, that you need to be very careful about. So I'm going to show you why. Channel attorney Liz. Okay. So this is Liz Murrow. This woman, she's kind of spearheading the lawsuit against Roblox, which you think that's a good thing, except it's all a Trojan horse, because this was a follow-up tweet.
Of course it is.
Big tech platforms, and let me zoom in. Let me zoom in so you get the better idea. So, okay,
there we go.
Big tech platforms must get on board with age verification laws based on, instead of fighting them using fraudulent experts. Net Choice, an association of big tech companies, filed this lawsuit in an attempt to thwart our efforts to protect Louisiana children through common sense age verification and other mechanisms. Explain to me, in any sort of way, shape, or form, is age verification common sense? At least in there, at least in how they depict it. That they are trying to prosecute their case through an expert whose opinions are AI hallucinations is mind-boggling. I will always stand for our children against those real or artificial who place them in harm's way. Basically, this is what I'm trying to say. That this is a Trojan horse to get people to get this whole age verification, the Kids Online Safety Act, where you have to dox yourself to use the internet. They're trying to get that through. Yeah. That's what this sounds like is coming off it. This sounds like a Trojan horse.
Well, I'm sure you've heard me say a number of times, we're headed right down to the Demolition Man.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Somehow, Margaret, somehow, like for example, one, I've said that, people have brought up that, yeah, this is George Orwell's 1984, but I don't think George Orwell imagined anything like this would happen. At least on this scale. And I also argue that somehow Cyberpunk looks like a more positive timeline than this.
Right?
Somehow. Timeline. Somehow. So here we go. And Savvy makes a wonderful comment. Why can't you encourage parents to parent? Age verification will do nothing. You don't bring your kids to a bar and don't leave the internet to raise them. There are ample parental tools.
There are.
So you are assuming that parents are completely incompetent to properly guide and restrict such content from their children, that you want the government to do the parent's job, which also involves destroying privacy, surveilling every adult in your country who uses the internet? We can't. We're gonna wear that button out if I keep going down through this. I think we're all sick of government banks and corporations collecting our data. That's not what is needed. You need to force Roblox to truly moderate their platform. Yeah, agree. Don't be fooled. This is not about keeping children safe. It is about censorship and control. Companies cannot even keep your credit card and phone number safe. Do not trust them with your identity. Thank you for bringing that up, because I do need to check with PayPal. There was some kind of breach going on with PayPal, so I need to double check.
Great.
Thanks for proving my point that Roblox is a Trojan horse for your unconstitutional age verification laws, Karen. That was Packer Girl, who is also Nerdigans, who writes for Bounty Into Comics, by the way. Protect children from obscenity. Unfocus the mass. Control and intimidate the masses into obedience. If you actually want to protect kids, then mandate parental controls on children's devices and hold parents accountable for violating it. Restricting the internet for everyone is an egregious overreach, and think of the children facade is blatant BS. It is. It is.
And I am going to add on to that, because the one person said something that was right on point about forcing these companies to moderate their platforms properly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Roblox didn't, but was actually moderating these platforms properly, because I can tell you from firsthand experience, they don't. And we heard them even say it, that in the case of Meep City. Well, what goes on in Meep City isn't our problem. No, it is your problem because it is a representation of your platform.
Yeah. Yeah. It is as what Creek said. He's one of the biggest Roblox creators, and he left their partner platform basically saying all you're doing is making them look bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're making the promoters look bad. You're making everyone associated with you look bad. And that's why this response is horrible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read one more comment. Why do you need children on social media so badly? Hot take. Mm-hmm. Children shouldn't be on social media in the first place. I do think that they shouldn't be on social media in the first place. I don't think they should be on the internet until at least they're in their mid-teens or so. If not even a little bit later. That's just my take. It is so that you can use them as an excuse to collect personality identifying information on the adults that the site is made for. You want to destroy anonymity like the Europeans tried to just recently. We're wise to it now because you're stupid and played your hand too early. And we saw the end result immediately. Instantaneous censorship of the information the government did not want to get out, mainly pertaining to the migrant situation, and Starmer has flooded repeatedly since the moron had gotten into power. Oh, by the way, here's a little fun fact, Mom Bear. Mm-hmm. That whole thing with the EU, the whole thing with the European Online Safety Act, mm-hmm. They are actively banning and censoring any content that is talking about the migrant situation.
Okay.
You want to protect kids. You want to protect kids, but you are happily allowing. Let me say this. I'm trying to say this in YouTube-friendly terms. You're allowing gangs, yet you won't say anything about the swarm of gangs that go around stealing, attacking, and even targeting young girls in your country. This is the UK, by the way. Mm-hmm. This is the UK. I watched many UK channels talking about this and bring this up, that they go out of their way. The EU Online Safety Act is also suppressing any videos, any footage of protest against these migrant gangs. Yeah. It was never about protecting children in the first place.
I can explain to you exactly why it's not about protecting children.
Mm-hmm.
You know the law that they're trying to get passed right now, right?
The Kids Online Safety Act.
Ooh. They want to change. They want to change. Yeah, in America, they want to change the age of consent and legal age to marry to 14. Uh-oh. Yeah. Little one heard that one. Yeah. And all I heard was from her room is hell to the no.
They can shove this book where the sun don't shine.
Hello, my love.
Hi.
Little Bear, hi. We're talking about
Covered up in everything.
we're talking about
you can go back to your book if you want.
Move on. Yeah.
I'm gonna place
Yeah.
it here because you're the one who knows.
It's okay. Take your book.
Just let her know that. Just let Lil Bird know that her mother is doing an amazing job keeping her safe on Roblox.
They say I'm doing an amazing job keeping you safe on Roblox. Apparently, she's not a fan of the proposed. Yes, right, Kitty, in America.
Yes.
Yeah, 14. 14 will be the Oompa Loompa in power wants to change the age of consent and age of marriage to 14.
You might as well set the age to being a toddler at that rate. What the heck?
They think it works in China. They think the censorship works in China. It doesn't work here. And I know people will throw that argument that isn't that the legal age of consent in Japan. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to work here. You understand that Japan is a much different society than we are?
I don't care about Japan. I
Yeah.
only care about America because I know enough Americans.
Yeah.
As it stands, the age of consent per state is already disturbing.
Yep. So let me
And
continue.
if you don't know, look it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I know we're losing. I know we're losing view counts, and I stand by what I said. This shit is going. Yes, this shit is going on in the UK, and you're not allowed to talk about it.
I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
And I say this as an oxymoron because guess what's hanging on my wall right now, right behind me?
What?
A UK flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a gift.
Nice.
So yeah, I know a little bit of an oxymoron, but I say that knowing that I have the UK flag hanging on my wall right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I have the Union Jack hanging on my wall. And by the way, they're even suppressing that. Can't even you can't even you get attacked for even showing the British, for raising the British flag or raising the Union Jack flag. Yeah. So
I don't know the laws and the rules and regulations when it comes to that, and that kind of stuff.
I'm not. I
varies from
know
country
that
to
goes
country.
into the political side, and we're trying not to, but yeah. Just understand that a lot of this is starting to blend together, and a lot of this is coordinated. This will not work. I have a right to protect my identity on sites where getting doxxed is a very real threat. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not just getting doxxed, but also getting swatted too.
Yep.
Just talked to Tectone about that. I do not care about your children. They should be not on effing Twitter. You are a Karen wanting to suppress speech and using children as an excuse. And in Collective Shout's case, you are Karens wanting to ban anything you don't like and using women, children, and abuse victims as a shield.
Mm-hmm.
To excuse your authoritarian nonsense. It won't work. We have the First Amendment. No one on either side of this retarded political divide can or will ever destroy that. I don't care if you're an SJW or Christian conservative. It will not work. It has not worked, and it will never work. I have a right to my privacy. You have no right to use children as a political weapon. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so for people who are saying that back then, people were saying that people were excusing that this somehow a left versus right issue. This is not. Okay, This is not. The people in the Kids Online Safety Act, both sides of the party. There are multiple people on both sides of the aisle that are supporting this bill going through. People on both sides of the aisle are supporting the Kids on UK Online Safety Act. What's going on in Australia? What's going on in Canada? What's going on everywhere? So don't come here and tell me that this is somehow a left versus right issue. Okay.
When it's a global situation,
Mm-hmm.
because this isn't going to stop at America.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stop. They don't know when to stop. Once you get
When
at that
when
amount
it's
of power. Sorry, go ahead.
when it's a global issue, it is no longer a left versus right. Because I hate to break it to y'all, the rest of the world has different political parties.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
my
also,
country, we have 5 political parties.
mm-hmm. And understand that the people who want this, and this is an authoritarian issue, because the moment they get an ounce of power, they don't stop. It doesn't stop with just one thing. It doesn't stop. Collective shout. It doesn't stop with one of these adult games banned off of Steam. It goes further. Censorship is a trigger happy soldier. I happily agree. I highly agree with this. So yeah, we need. Whew, yeah, that
Palate
went
cleanser?
longer than expected, but that was important.
Oh yeah.
So guys, continue to speak out. Just continue. And yeah, free slap and everything. Everybody in the
And you know
Roblox
what?
community, be careful, please.
And you know, I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna piss off Roblox. You know, if you're playing it, create a Schlepp's army.
Mm-hmm. They're probably already doing that right now.
If you see it, be like Schlepp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't care. They don't care. Your safety is not a problem. Just it's a title.
They might have. I really don't. I barely pay attention to Canadian or American politics, let alone Mexican, to be honest.
Exactly. Okay, so speaking of which, let's go. I want to get into this real quick. So Ofcom. Now, Ofcom is. Do you know what Ofcom is, right?
No.
Okay, so they're basically the ones who push the UK Online Safety Act. They're basically the leading communications regulator for TV, radio, video sharing, and everything. Well, with the UK Online Safety Act, they are targeting 4chan. Now, I can say this. Now, I'm not saying this from experience, but I've seen this too often. No. Am I not No. I stay the hell away. I stay the hell away. Hey, Trent.
A fellow knucklehead.
I stay the hell away from 4chan. I stay the hell away from sites like 4chan. Even I browse Reddit from time to time, but even I keep my distance when it comes to Reddit.
4chan, Reddit, you'll mainly find me on the Animal Crossing section.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
But 4chan is basically Reddit, just, I guess you could say, a little more freer. However, even Reddit has their own. Of course, even 4chan has their own moderators to say, what you can and can't post. And 4chan has been very infamous in the past, such as getting history on people, getting people on the internet, getting their personal information out and such like that. Part of the reason why our lovable failed sex worker and former Kotaku senior editor is going after Smash JT in the lawsuit is in a flimsy lawsuit is due to what information that was posted about her on 4chan that Smash had nothing to do with whatsoever. Yeah, we stay out of it. We stay. It's that part of the internet that is a true wild west.
I know this much about 4chan. I do not mess with people on 4chan.
Yeah, you do not mess with I stay far away. My I'm
Yeah, there's
the
Barry.
way I see it. The way I see it is that if you're on the internet, if you have a presence on the internet long enough, likely your information will be collected on 4chan.
Oh, 4chan can find everything.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we
Yeah,
stay
I'm
the heck away. We don't. And yes, and Kiwi Farms, yes,
yes.
both of those. Yeah, we
Nah,
stay the hell away from those.
Respect to people on 4chan and Kiwi Farms. Please, we are friends.
I probably ain't doing anything. I'm trying to keep. I try my best to keep my nose clean. I'm like, I ain't getting it. Shit. I'm bad. But essentially, Keelan, I love this comment. Kia Starmer's online Stasi, Ofcom, have levied their first fine under the Online Safety Act on 4chan, who have been fined £20,000 with daily penalties. And that's the other part with the EU Online Safety Act, is that they actually are trying to actively fine people for not just censor, but also fine users, fine companies for their time on the internet for going on stuff that they don't like and such like that. They have instructed lawyers Brian Storm and Ron Coleman to fight the action in American federal court. This is on 4chan's behalf, by the way. In case you guys don't know, Ron Coleman is Smash JT's lawyer. And he's also filing a lawsuit against he and Brian Storm are already putting together a lawsuit against Kia Starmer and Ofcom for the UK Online Safety Act, because this is a gross overreach. Say what you will about all of these sites that we stay the hell away from and all this stuff here, it is still a gross overreach. So this is from Brian Storm, PC, attorneys at law, and I'm going to read this here. Regarding the state, Ofcom's reported provisional notice 4chan's Community Support LLC, Brian Storm, PC, and Coleman and Law, PC, Ron Coleman, of course, representing 4chan and Community Support LLC. So yeah, they have, they hired the services of Ron Coleman, who is, if you got the money for it, if you definitely are able to raise the money for it, you ain't gonna find any lawyers that are gonna do better than Ron Coleman at this point. And I mean that as genuinely as a compliment. I mean that genuinely. He is expensive. All lawyers are expensive, but yeah, Ron Coleman's one of the best. Hands down. According to the press reports, the UK Office of Communications, Ofcom, has issued a provisional notice under the Online Safety Act, alleging a contravention by 4chan, indicating an intention to impose a penalty of £20,000 plus daily penalties thereafter. 4chan is a U.S. company incorporated in Biden's home state of Delaware, with no establishment assets or operations in the UK. Any attempt to impose or enforce penalty against 4chan will be resisted in U.S. federal court. American businesses do not surrender under the First Amendment. Do not surrender their First Amendment rights because it is a foreign bureaucrat that sends them an email, and that is true. Under settled principles of U.S. law, American courts will not enforce foreign penal fines for censorship codes, and that is very important to understand that Kiwi Farms is an American company. You're going to try to find them on their soil. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not going to work on. You're not going to issue those kind of European fines on our soil, basically. Mm-hmm. If necessity, we see appropriate relief in U.S. federal court to confirm these principles. United States federal authorities have briefed on this matter. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, PM for UK, was reportedly warned by the White House sees targeting Americans with UK censorship codes, according to the Telegraph on July 30th. Yes, so just to clarify, in kind of the wake of the Ofcom issuing the UK Online Safety Act, there was a report on the Telegraph and probably other reports that basically our government basically called them out on it. And I find that honestly kind of hypocritical, especially with the Kids Online Safety Act that they're trying to push. And of course, as what you mentioned, Mommy Bear, the age verification. Yeah, I find it very hypocritical. The Prime, despite these warnings, Ofcom continues its illegal campaign of harassment against American technology firms. Yes, they are doing that. A political solution to this matter is urgently required. That solution must come from the highest levels of American government. We call on the Trump administration to invoke all diplomatic and legal levers available in the United States to protect American companies from extraterrestrial censorship mandates. Our client reserves all rights. Say what you will about 4chan. I 1,000% agree with this. And just understand that you want to, despite what's going on, most people, I'm not saying most Americans, most people are not going to take this line down.
Yeah.
Most people are not fine with having their rights stripped of them. For me, for most people, it is freedom of speech. For me, it's freedom of expression. And these are definitely hills that we're willing to die on. These are hills that the chat is willing to die on too. They do not want to want this to. They do not want what the UK and what other countries are doing to try and impose their censorship laws worldwide. Which it does feel like, and this is what Emerald was mentioning last night, it feels like we're on our own. It feels like gamers are on their own. It feels like general people are kind of on their own.
Yep.
Because who can you trust, really? With all of this censorship debacle, who can you actually trust? When you're using Trojan horse tactics to lure people into a state of accepting to have their stuff taken away, using children as a shield, using women as a shield, using abuse victims as a shield, is what we saw with Collective Shout. Right, Kitty said, I heard Trump administration has early warned UK Prime Minister. Yep. In fact, they'll use this segue blocking these acts passing. We can only trust each other. That's what it comes down to. So it really does feel like it's speed running what China has been doing for decades with their censorship. That's what they kind of want to reflect. That's what a lot of these governments want to reflect, is what China's been doing with their censorship, basically. Ofcom's website is that they've been targeting 4chan since June 10th, since last month. But even before all of this censorship debacle has basically gone off, basically. Yeah. And honestly, sites like 4chan and Kiwi Farms, that is part of that Wild West internet. It is part of that Wild West internet. And take it from me, that's a war you ain't gonna win.
Nope.
That is a war you ain't gonna win. 4chan and sites like 4chan and Kiwi Farms, yeah, those sites, that is no holds barred. Everything, laying everything. Of course, there's moderators, of course, but no holds barred. Everything's off the table. Everything's on the table at this point. Yeah, you're gonna try to shut them down. You're gonna try to find them. Yeah, they ain't gonna take that shit lying down. Yeah, not gonna take that shit lying down. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on this because this is gonna be fun. Okay, all right. What is our time looking at? Okay, so we got 104, so we'll probably got another hour. I think probably another hour in us. Definitely another hour in me on this one. So
Okay.
let's get some positive going. Let's get some something positive. Let's get something funny here. So now I got 3 topics. Lined up. We got Superman, we got Overwatch, and then we got Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you feeling first?
We can laugh at Superman for a bit.
Okay, so that's your yeah. I figured this is what I figured you've been wanting to say this, especially with Gunn kind of like backtracking a bit. It's kind of like backtracking a bit on this So, Superman. Needless to say, I will give the man I will give Superman this one. James Gunn Superman. I'll give him this one. You did perform. You proved me wrong. You ended up outperforming Fantastic Four at the box office, by the way. Fantastic Four has seen its third. I think it's seen a bigger drop in its third weekend. So yeah, I mean, you're totally right about that. And if anything, I probably want to detour that to talking about basically Bo DeMaio calling out Kevin Feige with what's going on in the MCU. So we might go into that. But let's go into this one. Some JB Augustine over at Bound Into Comics. After 35 days of theatrical release, so that's just about 5 weeks, Superman is already going to digital.
Yep.
And
As of Friday. Last Friday.
Yeah, Superman is already on digital. And James Gunn blames Peacemaker season 2 in circumstances out of his control.
He has blamed so many things.
Yes. James Gunn's Superman crashes out in the icy tundra of digital sooner than expected. The film was already getting a home release, suspiciously at the end of the month, but somebody at Warner Brothers apparently not James Gunn thought the time was right. This undermines any money still need to be made at the box office, meager as it might be, but no matter, they have Peacemaker to think about. How long does it usually take for films to leave theaters?
That depends on the success of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Some can exceed a fairly extended run. Jurassic Park the Jurassic World Rebirth, Looking at You.
Yep.
Which is doing phenomenal, despite what some online, movie, pundits, whatever want to say.
Yep.
Like a certain Canadian that will, shill for anything for money.
You gotta look at the international numbers.
Absolutely.
You have to look at the international numbers.
Despite what the Superman fans want to say, international numbers are important.
Yeah. Oh man, so that the fact that this film is already only like a month and a half in and it's already went to digital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a problem. Trying to explain the reason of the abrupt drop the Screen Rant, Gunn said, well, it's very complicated. But the truth is because of Peacemaker. I originally thought Peacemaker was going to be coming out next month, and there are a lot of things that are beyond our control. So that Peacemaker show is coming out now, and at the end of the day, I wanted everyone to be able to see Superman that wanted to, even those who couldn't get a theater before Peacemaker, and that's the reason for it. So this is because of Peacemaker?
Mm-hmm.
Screen Rant adds Peacemaker Season 2 takes place a month after the events of Superman. Oh, okay. And we'll have feature cameos by Guy Gardner, Isabel Merced, and Frank Grillo, Rick Flag, so Justice Gang. Others are sure to follow, but the new season will also address lingering community issues between the DCU and what was left of the DCEU when Gunn and Peter Safran took over what is now DC Studios.
And no one's going to watch it.
Yeah. Superman is the official start of the DCU, but the continuity had a de facto start with Creature Commandos, which is the only thing carrying on the tone inherited from Peacemaker Season 1. It even harbors some of the same elements from the gore to sex to monsters and the adult humor that is signature of Guns. Seen as Christopher Smith is also a pivotal part of the DCU as a bridge between eras, a mascot, whatever you want to call him. He has the assignment of showing up when called upon cameos, similar to Stan Lee's appearances in Marvel films up until his passing. Why are you using Peacemaker as a bridge between the DCEU and the DCU when the DCU should be its own thing?
Because he has done what I will, and this is my take, I think is one of possibly the dumbest moves you could say.
Okay.
Because he's saying Season 1 Peacemaker is DCEU and Season 2 is DCU. So you're not even sticking to the continuity of, oh, this character is, okay, one, stop with the waffling. Stop with, because we heard this over and over again. Blue Beetle is the start of the DCU. Blue Beetle's fails. Oh no, Blue Beetle's not the start. It's Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos does kind of dismally. Yeah, no, it's Superman.
And
it was even the same when it comes to the whole discussion around Superman. Oh, Superman's going to make $1 billion. 800 is the new billion.
700, 700 million. It doesn't need to make 700 million.
It doesn't need. Yeah. Oh, 800 is the new billion. 700 is good. Breaking even is good. But it's okay if it went to digital early because the Snyderverse isn't coming back anyway. Kiss my ass.
Sorry, I'm looking at something up. Might be interesting. His place is set within the universe raises a lot of questions to what between Sushi Squad and now is canon. Gunn has tried to clear up this in the past, but not everyone buys his explanations, which seems to change with the wind. Well said. Peacemaker Season 2 glimpses indicate that the next phase of the series will take pains to straighten this out. However, clear-cut continuity is not out of concern. The problem with Superman's digital release hinging on Peacemaker's new season remains, and it goes beyond box office earnings left on the table. The two products clash tonally as former was a tame affair, and latter is a fully loaded gun turned into 11 blasting heavy metal. Superman is more for general audiences. Peacemaker is geared towards the adult HBO audience. They are two different flavors, but it's okay for kids to see one, not the other, which lessened the desired viewership. Also using a movie that may not actually be performing well in theaters, as they report, is an odd tool to use when promoting your next show.
Okay, can I point out something that should be fairly obvious here?
Go ahead.
Because Superman clearly marketed towards children. They have, toys coming out of the wazoo. They have Squishmallows, they have toys, they have, whatever, which is all clearly marketed to the children, the age market of basically my child. But the problem for me is I can't introduce my child to this universe, even if I wanted to, because the rest of the universe is raunchy as fuck. I'm not sure my older sister is old enough to handle some of the stuff that they show on Creature Commandos and Peacemaker. So why the hell would I introduce my child to it?
Well, better yet, why would you introduce your totally new cinematic universe that has no connection to the Snyderverse by starting out with Creature Commandos and not, having Superman as your lead off?
And on that thought, why is your quote unquote solo Superman film full of like the half of the JLI?
Why is
you spent almost as much time focusing on Mr. Terrific as you did on Superman, who got his ass handed to him throughout the entire damn movie?
brilliant?
There's a video on Instagram that I absolutely love. Don't tell me this is about, peace and hope and all of that stuff. I am not seeing anything inspirational about a Superman that goes, ah! No.
No, I see this with hope. Even so, Peacemaker could reset the clock and pay dividends for Superman in the DCU somehow if using their own logic. Reverse logic. The new season might be even better than the first, but we'll wait and see until it premieres on the 21st. Meanwhile, Superman is paid on paid VOD services right now. Let's get to the comments.
Okay,
sure,
I'm also going to point out that they can say it's on paid video on demand, but day one, I had 3 links sent to me to watch it for free. 3 different links.
And they were all in good quality, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
That whole federal law disclaimer they put at the start of each film that you recorded a film that's like federal law. Yeah. People are still going to skirt around that. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Sure. A movie that doesn't get an early digital release unless the execs have no faith in its ability to make money in theaters. No chance that it has anything to do with the TV show. Sir, I'm gonna give you a like for that. Someone read my earlier comic and panicked. Rushing this article on the site, still 3-4 days. Okay. The only way I can see them make it work is this. Peacemaker is on a different Earth. He has a multi-dimensional doorway that is connected to the Snyderverse. And in this Peacemaker has similar experiences that Peacemaker blah blah, except for certain amounts of Sushi Squad movie. Like most Bloodsport's background. Did he put Superman in the ICU? No, because apparently Superman didn't lose the fight until Gunn's Superman movie. Why didn't the writer who wrote Superman take into account why the Sushi Squad movie? What do you mean it was written by the same guy that didn't take into account the previous work he's going to keep half of the DCU?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I see Grumpy saying real world cursing has no place in content for the family. I will even be lenient on the cursing thing, because I will be 100% forthright. My child can curse way better than I can. I will be honest on that. She did not pick it up from me. Y'all know that. But if it was just cursing, that wouldn't be an issue. It is the full out Cornhub sex scenes that are in these shows.
It's Gunn's style. It's Gunn's style of humor, such like that. Yeah, that's the thing you got to take into account. Grumpy, it's not just the cursing; it's Gunn's style of humor. It's Gunn's brand of
they literally have full on hub style scenes.
Yeah. And part for me is somebody who likes part for me who we've created the cute, sexy, and fun nation, but we don't even go to that. We don't even go to that level.
No,
we don't go to that level. We are way too. It's not even. We're not way too tame. Is that no? We are way too humble. Let's put it that way. We are way too. We're just way too humble for that kind of shit. Okay. We are way too. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm trying to look for that word, but I'm trying to look for that word where it's like you have you have these fan service games or like that. You have these service games, but yet the stories are the stories are not raunchy at all.
Mhm.
It's very humble. It's very I'm trying to look for that word, but yeah, it's kind of stubborn play. It's like
Still may not be your best argument there.
yeah, it's not my best argument. No, it's not. It's etchy. It's etchy. It's etchy, but yet it's etchy in a way that the stories are like very family friendly somehow. It's weird. I guess that's the way to put it. It's like the stories are very family friendly somehow. Like the characters act very family friendly. The characters act very humble towards other. It's that's kind of how I see us. As people who partake in gooning ourselves, we are way too humble for. We are not that level of gun. We are so. Makini etchy is not family friendly. I'm trying to look for the word. Riot.
While you look for the word, like what? But don't give me part of the universe that is geared towards kids, and the rest of it is hub content. No.
Mm-hmm. Even for me, even I'm not big into blood and gore. I'm just not. Even I find certain amount it's kind of like with horror movies, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where some horror movies that are become have so much blood and gore that it just turns into smut.
Yeah.
It just turns into smut poontang. It's like you have it's a fetish. You have a fetish for disembowelment, bodies whipping off, such like that. And you put too much on it. It's like, bro, not everybody's into it. It just turns into smut. Smut. Like that. What was the horror film called Feast, where it is nothing but just a blood and gore fetish. It's just such a gore fetish, basically. It's like, yeah, dude, like that's too much for me. That's not wholesome. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Neo J. Wholesome. That's how it is. It's like we goon here, but we're more wholesome compared to what gun depicts. Let's put it that way.
Doesn't take much.
Yeah, we're wholesome, and it's not that hard to be wholesome. We're much more wholesome.
Being more wholesome than gun, that's a low bar.
Yeah, that's not that hard to do. Dude. We appreciate the fan service, but yet
I'm just gonna say being more wholesome than the man who wrote The Toy Collector.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very low bar.
Dude, we just freaking. We are all about climbing up ladders, basically, just for upskirt shots.
Not helping.
That's like our but that's digital upskirt shots only in video games. Upskirt shots. Sorry, not real life.
Yeah, we do not encourage that ish in real life.
Thank you. They know what I'm talking about. It's fictional content, guys.
I recognize that stuff can be taken out of context, so I want to make sure that is.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ma Bear. Thanks for covering me on that one. Thank you. Okay, so you know what? Let's go into the Marvel side. Now, have you seen X-Men 97 out of curiosity?
A little bit.
So you're not into... Have you been keeping up with kind of like Bo DeMayo's basically?
Oh, I've absolutely been keeping up with Bo DeMayo.
So do you think? So how do you personally feel? Before we get into the article, how do you personally feel about him kind of speaking out about this? Because remember, I think he was supposed to be headlining for the Mahershala Ali Blade as well.
Yeah, he should have been.
Mm-hmm.
He handed Marvel the biggest win.
Yep.
Since Endgame.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm even gonna throw, No Way Home in there.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
No Way Home, big win. But I'm sorry, X-Men 97, that was a huge win for Marvel.
Oh hell yeah.
I know it wasn't your thing,
I
Grumpy.
was skeptical. I seen bits and pieces of it, and I was skeptical at first.
He even brought back the original voice cast.
Yep.
And he did it, with the exception of a few scenes, he did it beautifully. I've said a number of times that they really should just grab a truck full of money and men and drive it up and drop it at his door. Okay? But no, they're writing him out of season 2. They're taking his credits off for that. They did not allow him to win his award. He has every right to be angry at them.
Who's taking over? Who's taking over for the
It'll be season 3 that's officially being taken over.
For Spider-Man? For Spider-Man 94, right? Or I forgot what it's called. But
Oh, Brand New Day?
Oh, it's not. Is it not him? No, because they're supposed to be they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to do the same thing for Spider-Man, the same thing they did for X-Men 97.
Yeah, Power. They didn't even allow him to be in the building.
Yep. They're supposed to be. They're doing. I was hearing somewhere that they were going to do a continuation, like what because with X-Men 97 doing so well that they were going to do a continuation of Spider-Man, a Spider-Man cartoon, and I am all for it. Unless as long as I was like, I'm all for it as long as Bo is still on it, because he was the one who, because he made it work. But yeah, let's go into it. Shout out to Cosmic News Report. Also, shout out to Master TDS and Writing Raven, Gothic Therapy. They have been covering this whole situation since day one. If you guys are not subscribed to Gothic Therapy, please do so. So just want to shout them out real quick. But X-Men 97 creator rips Marvel, horrible meetings, no respect for comics. Former X-Men 97 showrunner Bo DeMaio has been doubling down on his criticism of Marvel taking aim at the Marvel Studios run since his creative meetings, and how the process allegedly kills good ideas before they make it on screen. In a new Twitter thread, contrasted Marvel with DC, explaining why he hasn't been critical of James Gunn's Superman. Quote, I sat in the creative meetings at Marvel Studios. They're horrible. DeMaio says in his own opinion comes from firsthand experience, and these are his quotes. To those asking why I'm not so hard on James Gunn's Superman, the answer is I never worked with Gunn or DC. Like Matt Shankman and the writers of Fantastic Four, I sat in the creative meetings at Marvel Studios. They're horrible. And I can totally understand that. So he has no involvement. So this is just coming from his, do you goon? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, sir. Yes, we do. Throw a super chat and super sticker, and and we'll show you exactly what we goon. Okay. Good to see you, Fruit. Hello.
Okay, Fruit.
He claims the process around Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige and co. President Luis Esposito steering pitches for towards Russ ideas. He quotes, you basically sit in a room with Feige and Lou Esposito and try to pitch your movie while realizing that Kevin just wants you to dictate his Russ thoughts. That explains the D+ outings, as well as phases 4 and 5 and 6. DeMaio adds that former Marvel exec Victoria Alonso, who was also fired, which, if you guys remember, Victoria Alonso was the person who was like, we can't call them X-Men. There's turned to be X-people. And, leaving DEI on the table. and frankly, it responsible for the CGI abomination that was She-Hulk, which resulted in her firing, by the way, or well, more like leaving the studio. She was a major activist. How many times do you go in a day, sir? Sir, we're not going to get into that. Let's move on. In one of my Blade meetings, she just showed up with sugar cookies she baked to help improve morale. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, okay, so here's the other Kurt one. Again, this is he's not least fired yet. Answer truthfully, bro. We gotta put me on the spotlight. And I'm on my own. I got nobody to back me up on this one. I got nobody to back me up on this one. I'm on my own. I'm being called out on this phone. Truthfully, maybe like if you're talking about kind of gooning, like in your sense, once a night before I go to bed, I guess. But other than that,
either way, this is not the topic that we are discussing.
We cute, sexy, and fun. Okay, this is good. Anyway, you're not even told to pitch ideas from the comic because Lou isn't a big comic guy, and it'll turn him off. Instead, the focus is reduced to a vague formula. You sit and talk about craft and story and characters that only have Kevin and Lou say, well, yeah, we need to make sure it's fun. That explains why the Marvel films from phases 4 and 5 are really formulaic. Like, very formulaic.
Riot heading out?
Oh, you're right. Is Riot heading out? Let me check.
Okay,
thank you so much for being here, Riot. That explains why 4 and 5 are very formulaic. Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
No, I completely missed her saying it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, yeah. 4 and 5 have been very formulaic. That explains why seasons 4 and 5 have been formulaic. Phases 4 and 5 have been formulaic. That explains why the Disney Plus shows even are falling into that same category. Like my argument is that when was the last time you've seen an MCU film that was truly unique and not formulaic? And if you want my honest opinion, not since 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Not Captain America, Winter Soldier, and I would argue Guardians of the Galaxy. That was, to me, the last time that they actually stayed off the formula and tried to do something unique. I'm going to be honest with you. And also, it also attains to the quality issues going on as well, because now hearing this with Kevin and Lou saying that all they need to do is make sure it's fun and not, paying close attention to the source material that they are actually basing it off of, to which they're just picking and choosing, to be honest with you. It just opens up a lot more. It just opens up a lot more. And in Infinity War, I would argue Infinity War, in that Infinity War was okay, let me put it this way. Infinity War was unique in the sense that it was the first MCU film in such a long time when there was a legitimate threat. And I mean a legitimate threat. Like actual stakes were involved.
True.
When is the last time you've seen that? Any MCU property where actual stakes were involved.
And I'm gonna also turn around and say, I was a little disappointed with Thanos. After all that buildup, I wanted him a little scarier.
That's fair.
I mean,
But
yes, I'm a Snyder fan. I am never going to apologize for that. But take a look at what he did to Darkseid.
mm-hmm.
I wanted that.
Right. But in terms of MCU films, I do think that like Winter Soldier and Infinity War will always be at my top two because those had actual stakes. Those had legitimate threats going on. They neuter villains. They neuter villains in MCU films so bad, honestly. In the MCU, so bad that it's all formulaic. You know, it feels like a villain of the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Marvel is a slaughterhouse factory where you watch fresh meat get sliced, get spoiled as it slowly makes its way through the assembly of gears of mediocre and thinking that this weird hatred for their own product. I agree. I 1,000% agree on that. That it is a slaughterhouse. It is a factory slaughterhouse in a way. It's processing. It's a meat processing plant of mediocrity.
Yep.
DeMaio says that this attitude exceeds to the comic book writers who created characters. There's no spark, no vision. Marvel is a slaughterhouse factory where you can watch fresh meat get spoiled, and it makes its way through the assembly gears of mediocre and thinking weird hatred for their own product. This is why Rob Liefeld isn't just some bitter old man. Rob Liefeld has been calling them out like crazy, and major respect to Rob Liefeld for that. Talking about the comic book writers is met with open contempt. I'm
going to say he is a bit of a bitter old man at this point.
Fair.
He's a bitter old man, and he's kissing up to gun.
What?
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
What, Powers comment? Yes.
Oh man. Oh.
Yes, Neil for Zod.
Respect to Zod, man.
Yes.
A part of the greatest, a part of the, the greatest era of Superman,
Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's a little staring stab. We lost Neil before Zod. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know, Power. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, a better term for the modern MCU would have been slop. This is where talking about the comic book writers is met with open contempt. I had to fight with the Lewolds to get involved on X-Men 97, and even dismissive news, which Dana Vasquez Edbart spoke about them, basically telling me the OG creators were meant not to be seen and heard to appease fans. I wanted to co-write an EP with them, and that was Dana's response. And that brings up essentially with X-Men 97. Bo actually wanted the people who kind of kicked off that run of the X-Men, that part of the X-Men that we know that became mainstream pop culture. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People like Chris Claremont, yeah, they were basically barred away from getting involved in X-Men 97, despite the fact that Chris Claremont is responsible for the X-Men becoming mainstream pop culture icons, basically. He also requested to collaborate with major comic book legends that were shut down. I remember wanting to talk to Chris Claremont and being shut down, or wanting Joe Mads, Joe Madureira is a legendary artist, to do posters just as I was scolded for being too friendly with fans. I think I have the full graphic novel to Joe Mads' Battle Chasers, which his art is iconic. Simply iconic. DeMaio also revealed his early ideas for Blade, which tied into Marvel's Doctor Strange storyline. Quote, "One of my drafts opened with Deacon Frost tricking some British explorers to trek up Mount Wundagore, where he does blood magic, to reveal the vampire spell was used by Varney and his followers during Days of Kull. I started tying into some of these threads together. I even had monsters from Doctor Strange show up and kill the explorers before Deacon reveals that he's a vampire and kills them, quote, up to the point where it had been covered against the cold and daylight. This was set before Doctor Strange 2, and a lot of stuff played ironically while also having Deacon Frost, give us more details about Chthon, who originally glimpsed in Doctor Strange mom.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been interesting to tie Blade into Doctor Strange like that. And I think under DeMaio's leadership, that actually would have worked. He says this story would have connected Blade and the Darkhold to Chithlon, and Feige liked the concept, but others didn't, including Exposito and Mahershala Ali.
Mm-hmm.
So Mahershala
Wait, but
Ali
Mahershala Ali actually liked the concept?
He didn't like the
and
concept.
They didn't?
Yeah,
he
didn't like
it.
the concept.
That's no
weird.
surprise.
Yeah, that is very
please.
surprising.
At this rate, Mahershala Ali not liking a Blade concept is, it's the equivalent of saying water is wet.
To Kevin's credit, he liked the idea as well as my pitch that is the magic and that is Blade, what snakes are to Indiana Jones, and he hates magic. But then Lou felt it was too comic book, while Mahershala bumped on there being magic in the film tonally. And then I watched as them and Nate Moore picked it apart and we're off to a new draft.
Mm-hmm.
You should have stuck with that. Like, okay, here's where my problem is. Because they hate comics, right? They don't like comics. And yet, the MCU is literally picking storylines from comics. They are literally adapting storylines from comics, basically. Like, think about it. They are literally adapting storylines from comics. So it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Cavill flashbacks. Yeah. It's not that great, but Blade has been getting nerfed since before he got there. I don't like anything Blade since before he got on that set. That's fair. Mm-hmm. It's just this is crazy. In the end, DeMaio says that Marvel's arrogance ruins projects. It's a broken machine, and I can see where Matt Shankman and his team probably had great ideas for Marvel's arrogance to destroy them. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, that's the end of the article from Comic Book News, bro. Okay, let me sum this up. People have said good things about Fantastic Four. That it was not what people feared that it was. And I believe them. However, I get the sense that with Avengers Secret Wars coming up, that's the next film, that a Fantastic Four is the exception that proves the rule.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder Multiverse of Madness garbage. Yeah, because they've been on this multiverse kick for a while now through Phase 4 and Phase 5. And it doesn't make any sense. And like the thing is that Ike Perlmutter, I think it was Ike Perlmutter. I forgot who it was. But they had people who were comic aficionados keeping the comic bookness of phases 1 through 3 intact. That's why formulaic, as you may see with phases 1 through 3, they're still great in their own right because they stay close to comic book accuracy for the most. For better for to a mixed bag, they made an effort to actually stick close to the comics. Sean is saying that this article is triggering him. And we know Sean is a huge Blade fan, so everyone is be.
Mm-hmm.
If you were periodically put in this chat from now on, Maki will never remember the combo.
Oh yeah, they've been having fun at you in the chat.
Yeah. They don't want Blade involved, let alone Snipes Blade. Yeah, exactly. And I'm out. Whatever bonkers. I don't have them here. They ruined and nerfed the whole along with Ruffalo. I hate Ruffalo to a fiery passion. I hate Ruffalo with a fiery passion right now. That's why I look at the next Avengers film. It's just it's gonna fall apart. Honestly, I think it's gonna fall apart. It's going to completely fall apart. If phases 4 and 5 have anything to go by, as well as the Disney Plus stuff has anything to go by, it's going to fall apart with the next Avengers film. And it just heightens my thing that I'm actually happy that it made me more sure that I left the MCU at the right time. I was right. Oh my god, man, just crazy, Anyway, I got one more. One more article in me, okay? And then we're gonna wrap it up. All right, so we're gonna get into this is a funny story. Let's do something a little more humorous. Because we get to laugh at one of our favorite we get to laugh at a lovely punching bag. A lovely punching bag called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
Oh, yeah.
And what is PETA getting angry at this time? They're getting angry at Mario Kart. I kid you not.
Let me guess. Unethical treatment of turtles.
It's over a nose ring.
Damn it.
It's over a freaking nose ring. This article.
Oh, yes, I saw about that.
This article is from Naming Way over at Senkaku Complex. Now, keep this in mind. Senkaku Complex is gooning on a level that that even I blush.
PETA Griffin.
Listen, I have the censored version of Senkaku Complex up. Mm-hmm. So some of these spicier articles are blurred out.
Good.
And I would advise you that if you use Senkaku Complex, understand that it is kind of like, let's just say it is the Wild West when it comes to the comment section, because they will use slurs. They will full on. And
so it's kind of like Twitter.
Well, it's kind of like Twitter, except Senkaku Complex is, let's just say, they are more upfront about being anti-Semitic.
West.
Yeah. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Let's just say they like to blame all of the problems on most of the wokeness and identity politics mess on, that conspiracy. Let's go on that one. Anyway, so this is to take it from a grain of salt. And speaking of which, I can't show Senkaku Complex. I can't put a link to them because YouTube actively deletes that comment. Google actively deletes any links to Senkaku Complex. So just keep that in mind. PETA demands Nintendo to remove the cow in Mario Kart World's nose ring. I assume it's because it hits too close to home, considering the activists that work for PETA, right? I assume. I'm just making an assumption. Animal rights organization is asking Nintendo to make a change to Mario Kart World's newest racer, urging the company to remove the brass nose ring from its cow character. The cow marks its first time in a long-running racing series that has featured the animal as a playable character and has already become a fan favorite, but its design sparked criticism, with PETA claiming that the ring glosses over real-world cruelty in meat and dairy industries. Mama Bear?
Mm.
Can you what do you see here? I just want you to take a look at this. Does this scream glossing over the treatment of cows and meat in the meat industry?
I mean, I don't see how that it's exactly glossing over. It's not exactly being herded towards a pen. It's not in a cage. It's not. I could go on.
And it's too adorable. It's adorable. I'm sorry. It's adorable.
Hey man, adorable doesn't faze me when it comes to that kind of stuff. I have literally gone to a petting zoo and gone, "You're a tasty little critter, aren't you?"
I'm just saying the character is adorable. The character looks cute. Like really, PETA? Really, PETA? The brass ring of the cow's nose glosses over real-world violence and cruelty to animals. That's why we're asking you to give this beloved bovine a small, meaningful upgrade. Remove the nose ring and let the cow race freely without any painful reminders of the industry to treat animals like profit-making machines.
I just want to no. Just, hear me out.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I gotta play this.
And I'm gonna have a little fun with the chat on this one.
Yo, shout out to Season, man. Shout out to Season, man. Yo, I'm not the
Hold on to that button for a second.
Go ahead.
Okay. Chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the people that are throwing a fit over this nose ring on PETA, these PETA people throwing a fit over this nose ring, have the exact same nose ring.
That's what I said before. They're activists. These have to be activists. This has to hit too close to
No,
home. These are.
Yeah, if they have the exact same style nose ring.
I would go even further and say that they are likely cows with nose rings in their own right.
See, I'm not going to call somebody a cow.
But I will. So
you come on.
With blue hair, okay. There's a reason we call them the nose ring mafia, okay. There's a reason we call them the nose ring mafia.
So you're saying that these people at PETA should
they're
remember,
activists, okay?
No, that these PETA activists should bow down with their nose rings and their blue hair and remember the gospel according to Ludacris. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
I'm just saying. I know some people are offended in my chat, but you know what? It hits close to home, doesn't it? Hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, doesn't it?
There's a lot of people that are offended in our chat, judging by the amount of ones I saw.
This is looking at the mirror. I'm showing you what we're showing you is the mirror, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hurts close to home, doesn't it?
Yep. Just remember the gospel according to Ludacris.
I love this comment. This is cruel. This is abyss. Shows the happiest cow living their best life racing with others as an equal.
Oh my God!
My leg! cow living their best life, raising us as an equal. Apparently, that's the girl. You can't even stop, Peter. Why? Really? Over a fictional cartoon cow? No, oh my God, they responded.
They did? I might have to raise this.
Calls real pay for real cows every day. Video games can shape how people see animals, so showing them respect matters so much in real life.
Okay, let me read this because you can't breathe at the moment. Nose rings cause real pain for real cows every day. Video games can shape how people see animals, so showing them respect matters both online and in real life. We're talking about a game where you're throwing turtles at people.
Cut the fuck off.
What is it?
Bro, what is he doing?
I don't know.
Are you for real right now? Are you for real? Oh my God! It's a video game with a cow, with a video game cow with a nerve, with a nose ring. Hexadecimal code can't feel pain.
5 years, Sean. 5 years.
Oh my God!
But you know, you're throwing a fit over a nose ring on a cow in a game where you're throwing turtles at each other. This is the hill you're standing on.
If fish can eat other fish, why can't we eat fish? Oh my God, they're responding. It's so bad. Oh, they're getting beaten in the comments. Oh my God. Being the reply guy.
Exactly. What about Neo J? What about my boy Donkey Kong? Don't y'all consider that animal abuse?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Mario Kart. We know Mario Kart is just a game, and that's why the cows don't bring these to go. Mario Kart is supposed to be a fun escape, not a reminder of painful tools used on cows and beat dairy industries. No one's to think about animal suffering while zipping around a racetrack? Excuse me, what?
Literally, you get...
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
No. In Mario Kart, you get turtles thrown at you, you get spiky shit thrown at you, you get bombs, but a nose ring is too far. That's the suffering.
It's called. I love this. How about you focus on looking at the real cows? It's called multitasking. Every day we work to expose the dairy and beet industry so real cows can live freely from torment. How we view animals in games shape how we treat them in real life.
Bananas, yes. Cruelty to bananas.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. You triggered it. You've triggered the famous line. Where's my clip? Here we go.
70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
God, I could go on. They're replying to all of them. Why? You're getting beat. You're getting your ass beat.
Pause. No. Go back up. Go back up.
This one?
Yeah, they're right there.
Bro, people wear nose rings too. That's their response. Bro, humans choose to wear nose rings. Cows in the dairy industry have forced them to insist upon their bodies and cause pain and control them. You were talking. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't stop laughing. Why are you replying? Why? Peter, this is an L. Peter, you are not looking right. This is an L. Just take the L and move on.
Peter
You
doesn't
trying to
know how to
reply
take
to
the
all
L.
this isn't helping your cause.
Peter doesn't know how to take the L. There's no L in vegan.
Jesus, they're like all of them. You can't be this dumb. You can't. You just can't.
Yes, they can.
I so bad want to comment just so I can get a reply from PETA. I'm just
Seriously, you can put my exact comment down if you want. How many?
Why do you care? It's a drawings. It's pixels, 8x3, 1920 by 1080, bruh. You know. Oh no, I'm not going to. You go ahead. Just a reminder. PETA hurts animals more than they do help them.
Nobody can see my comments anymore anyway.
PETA hurts animals more than they help more than they do help them.
That's facts, actually.
My response to Power's like my response to PETA. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Power, you better not get me in trouble with this. My response to PETA. Let me see this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Power's comment right now.
Pull it up. I can hear it in the background.
You hear it, right? You're not hearing it, right?
I can kind of hear it. Can you pull it up?
Okay, hang on. Let me play the full video. I'm gonna play the full video. So this is just I love
I'm throwing bananas and turtles and
oh my god, I love it.
But we're gonna be
upset
about a nose ring.
No, Power, this is this is from a VTuber. This is from a VTuber.
Sound might help.
I'm dying right now.
Sound might help.
Let me play this out.
Thank you.
Shut up, nobody gives a shit about anything you're saying. No. Your brain is fucking smoked down. All your brain cells must be decaying. Your opinion is not okay. Now just shut up, please, and never speak again. You have the worst opinions I've ever heard. Today you're fucking dumb. Cause that's kinda how it sounds like. True. Why you're still talking? Sounds pretty good, nobody is listening. Yep, shutting up for once is okay. It's clearly what everybody wants. Oh, please just shut the actual fuck up.
Love it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, sorry. I needed that. I think we needed that, Mom Bear. I think we needed that. I think we needed that. Oh my god. Oh, I need a breather. Okay. That's how you end it on. Okay. Just remember, a cute little cow with a nose ring is apparently harmful to real cows. Oh my god.
And you see, I could probably go into the amount of digital or drawings of cows that are shown with nose rings that they don't have an issue with, but
people are putting
this is the one that this is the hill they want to die on.
So much problem. Why are people having such a big problem with this? Sorry, no, I'm looking at something right now.
I can see that. The hell are you looking at?
Okay, so off topic. This is extremely off topic. I'm just going to share this right now. So this is the. Okay. This is we're gonna link this. We're gonna put this into the topics that only I give a shit about because nobody else cares. Okay, this
That
is
would be
gonna
majority of
we're
the
gonna
topics, but
file
yeah.
this into we're gonna file into the topic of only I give a shit about to react to, yet nobody else is going to care. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm used to it. Okay. I'm used to it. So what I'm referring to is I'm going to go back into the Beige Studio. Is this so? Come on, Bear. So this is the 2026. This is the 2026 C8 Corvette ZR1X.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm seeing this up is because
You're
set
contemplating a new Batmobile.
No.
Okay.
It set a time of 6 minutes, 49.275 seconds at the Nordschleife, making it the fourth fastest American production car to lap the Nürburgring.
Okay.
And not only that, it is officially the fastest American production car to lap the Nürburgring.
Bless you.
Apparently, and I'm going to watch this a little bit later. Apparently, people are having a problem with that. People are trying to like. Apparently, the enthusiast community is like throwing a fit about it. Apparently, because I guess having an American, I guess they're saying that the Z06's lap time was not official, despite the fact that it had an entire track days of testing to be able to do a full lap, and it was not run by a professional driver. It was actually done by an engineer. One of the engineers of the ZR1X did the full lap, and the full lap is on YouTube, by the way. Apparently to some people in the enthusiast community, it's illegitimate because it's an American. I guess because it's an American car placing that high on the on the fastest production, and as in fastest production. I'm gonna show you the lap times. 1 second. So the fastest production on Wikipedia. So it is labeled as number 4 as the 4th fastest production street legal. As in, yes, this is a road car. This is legalized for usually for American European roads. And I guess the people have a problem with the fact that it's an American car had beaten, granted, 911 GT3s that have been on there, the Lamborghini Aventador, 911 past 911 GT2s, even the Mustang GTD, which is their 300K track focus Mustang, was able to make it into the top 10 of Nürburgring lap times using a professional driver, lapping a lot of these other high performance supercars, hypercars, track focused cars as the 4th fastest street legal production car behind the AMG Black Series, the 911 GT2 RS with the Manthe kit, and obviously the F1 derived Mercedes AMG 1. Apparently, people are still trying to say that Corvettes, that Chevy's lap time is illegitimate. I'm like, bullshit. It played the same ground. You're just mad that an American car, an American production car, made it to the top of the sheets, man. Made it to near the top. Sorry, going off on a tangent. So that was a segment of shit that only I care about. Anyway, that's it. We're done. Anyway, I'm probably gonna watch the video later. This is Wheel. That was it for Makini Live. A very eventful Makini Live, and I gotta say so. But before we get out of here, Ma Bear, tell the audience where we can find you and if you would love to tell the audience what is going to happen next Sunday.
Okay. Well, hey there, it's Mama Bear, your favorite weapon of mass distraction. Of course, Tuesdays you can find me on the New to Who crew. And this week we are watching a landmark episode. I am massively excited about it.
Ooh.
So if you are a Who fan or you've never watched Who, pull on up. We provide a link. You can come and watch it with us. But next Sunday is the exciting one. Sean, you may want to clear your calendar for this. And there's another gentleman that I'm going to recommend clearing his calendar too. I will reach out to him.
I'm going to reach out to as many people as I can.
You can reach out to him.
Well, no, I'm going to try to reach out to see who else will be willing to join with us.
I just know Sean loves to roast you.
Yes.
And this is going to be the opportunity of all opportunities. Next week is our 5-year anniversary. So in honor of year 5, we are going back to the beginning. We are going to watch and react to the very first Makini Live, where it was a guy, a girl, and a potato cam and 2 potato mics.
Sorry, I'm typing something up real quick.
Yeah. No, you guys are going to get to see just how far he's come. The first. Oh, yes. And I will have a link available for you, Sean. Because you are going to have fun with this.
I might make it an open link.
Mm-hmm.
I might make it an open link. Because this is... Sorry, I sent a super chat to a... Let's just say an old friend of ours.
Okay.
And I want to see if he would be willing.
Hey, Clarence.
Let's see. Let's. I'll just have to figure it out. But is there anything else you have to?
This past Sunday, yesterday, I was also on with the Spoiler Kings. That was an impromptu. That one did not go on to my personal community tab, but normally wherever I wind up being is on my community tab. So if you are not following me, you cannot find me, baby. Those are the only things I know that's going on next week.
I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to put a link. I'm not doing this as a raid. I'm doing this as a lovingly. I'm doing this as just as a token of how much I love this man.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys could, if you could go into his chat and see if you can pester him. See if you can pester him.
Who?
It's in the link. It's in the link. I want to see if you guys would be willing to. I want to see
I can't see the link on StreamYards.
I'll put the link in the private chat. I'll put
Or
the
you
link
could
in
just
the
tell me in the
private
private chat. I was afraid of you. Ah. Oh yeah. Give him a CSF raid.
Give him a raid. Just pester him to, Just ask him if you would love to. Just let him know that next week is the 5-year anniversary, and it would be an honor to. It would be a very special moment to have the original
Well,
trio.
there was three. Yeah, there was three of
the
us.
original trio back together just for one Sunday, just for one day. Just have the original trio back together. just respectfully pester him to see if we could be able to. I sent him a super chat. I'm like, just for this one time, if we can get the original band back together. The original band, just for this one special afternoon where we could. Oh, he just right. Oh, hang on, let me check.
Oh, put it up on screen.
We are not stream sniping, YouTube.
Yes,
we are not stream sniping.
We also can't hear it.
A lot of racism in it.
We can't.
I mean, the whole movie, all the way through, it was racist.
We're not pestering you.
Basically, against
we're not
the Chinese, and it used the N word a few times. So it was racist.
The movie was a very honest look at 1985.
I'm waiting for him.
Well, yeah, but it also was the mentality of a lot of people, supposedly in different areas, because basically the whole thing was broke down to Chinatown, different gangs, and the police department. In basically seedy bars, all that. That was where everything took place, and the language in all those places, and in the alleys and things like that. It was very racist, and what was funny, it seemed like they were trying to push the narrative that the Asians didn't like the blacks, and the blacks didn't like the Asians.
Yeah,
YouTube doesn't care about stream sniping anymore.
I know.
I'll be straight out. And he yeeted himself out too. Yeah, YouTube really doesn't care about stream sniping.
No.
Yes, he kicked himself out.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Clip, you got to kick. I forgot to share the. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can send this to Skywalker. Just send him the link to this video. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, put it in the description. I'll send it off to him.
Put in the chat. It's in the private chat. If you want to send the link, to explain the whole Clippy situation. If you guys want to, some people are still confused on why me, Power, Jay, and many others are using our Clippy as an emoji, Clippy as our avatar. This video will explain everything. So, and by the way, I highly implore everybody to subscribe to Luis Rosman, and because he is a really, really good tech channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who's spearheading this whole Clippy movement, and he's been keeping everybody updated with what's been going on with Clippy movement. In fact, he just dropped a new video 25 minutes ago. So there you go. Okay.
See, Mike, what I wanted you to bring up to him wasn't so much the whole Clippy thing. It was the AI verification. YouTube verification thing.
Oh,
because he has no clue about that.
Okay,
yeah.
let me bring up another. I'm going to bring up another video. I'll put a link to another video so you get a full. So I'll bring you guys up to another.
Just send it to me on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. Okay, I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the private chat so that way you get the links. So it's just some good information. Okay, anyway, but what we do have, guys, and if you guys I want to make sure everybody's still here. Okay, you mom, are you still here? Everybody, you still here? All y'all still here? Okay. Our little doggo emoji is coming along nicely, isn't she?
It is looking very good.
So I'll finish this up this week. I will finish it up this week. So this will be a new channel member emoji that I will debut just for the 5-year anniversary. For the 5-year anniversary.
Nice.
This will be a new channel member. This is a new member, channel member emoji. So Neo J, all my members, you will get the bonk emoji. So that means I will have to stop. So if that means I have to stop using that clip, and you guys can just bonk me anytime you want.
Bruce is reading it apparently. Neo's like, yay, I can bonk myself.
Just remember, goon responsibly. Anyway, guys, tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Makini in the morning. I do owe you guys a muted draw stream this week, so I'll probably do it maybe on like a Tuesday or Thursday. We'll be keeping up with the censorship and the Roblox stuff on tomorrow's show. So if there's any more updates, I will keep you guys posted. All the good stuff. Pete Gaming is back on Saturday, obviously. We're back on Saturday. Thanks for coming back on Pete Gaming. All that good stuff. We're getting close to the end of the month too, and I don't have much for this. This batch. So I will definitely try to make it up to you guys make it up to you guys in September. In fact, I might put out a survey just asking what you guys would like to see from the next batch moving forward. It'll probably be later this week, so stay tuned to the community tab on that one. Bonk emote is going to need a pension with the amount of views. I know, right? So I'll probably put a survey out later this week so that you guys know what's going on. Other than that, smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack the subscribe button, make it jiggle. Thank you so much, Mom Bear. Thank you, Mom Bear, for this week. It's been a lot of fun. Still waiting for the boomer sticker. We might have to come up with something like that. So thank you for that. I think we need to make an absolute cinema sticker though. I think we need to make some kind of absolute cinema. Absolute cinema sticker. So but plenty of content to come along this week. And of course, next Sunday is obviously the big 5-year anniversary of the Sexiest Sunday Afternoon Art Show on YouTube. So we'll definitely have some special together. We'll be doing a live reaction of the first Makini live. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So anyway, you guys have been amazing. Thank you, Power. You guys have been amazing. Thank you guys for this week. Despite the fact that we have been dipping in subs, I appreciate the support that has been there and the people who have been watching since the whole thing went off. Listen, we'll get you know what? We're gonna climb back. We're gonna climb back from this. We're gonna climb back from this.
Absolutely.
It's just it. You know, YouTube's with all the suppression and stuff like that. I realized that you guys really do need something to take your mind off of it. So that's what Pete Gaming's for. That's what the muted streams are for. That's what the art is for. So, and I'm thank every last one of you guys. I mean that. So anyway, for Mom Bear, I am Makini 90 Arts German Illustrator. Thank you for tuning in to the sexiest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube that we call Makini Live. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in your video games. Say no to censorship. And above all else, never
stop running.
Stop.
Sorry.
Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? I'm sorry. Can you say that out loud, please? I didn't hear that.
Never stop gooning.
Goon responsibly. And above all else,
that too,
Emerald, I implore you to stay behind for the credits. I implore you to watch the credits because
yes, yeah, he has
we
something
all
special
know who's
cooked
going
up
to be
for the credits.
because we all know who's going to be busting at the end of this credits. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, Emerald.
I know.
Never... Why'd you blow me up?
You know they have a bust count, right?
Never stop drawing. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, guys. Stay tuned for the outro. I added something a little special. I hope you guys like it. Until then, love y'all.
Love you.
Peace. Oh wait, let me add the outro video real quick.
Yeah, that might help.
Okay. Oh, I also forgot. I forgot to play this.
5 years, we are professionals.
Yeah, 5 years, we are professionals. Take it away, Jelly. Dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
Let's up those numbers next Sunday. I love
Absolutely.
y'all.
5,000 in year 5.
Exactly. Stay tuned for the outro, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. I love y'all.
Ada. If it isn't the cute, sexy, and fun Nation. Makini would like to thank everyone in the CSF Nation for your incredible support. Make sure you join the channel. For as low as $1 a month, you can access to exclusive art drops and Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members, and now included is special channel member emojis that he will be dropping every 2 months as well. Makini would like to thank the support from all CSF Nation members, past and present, and we also like to thank you for your incredible support as well. CSF Nation for life. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you for tuning in to Makini Live, the sexiest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube. Remember to smack that like button and make it jiggle.
Share the show out to everyone you know.
Become a channel member. For as low as $1 a month, you want to get access to some exclusive art goodies that Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members.
And subscribe if you want to see more art content from us.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time here on Makini Live.
Makini Live is filmed before a live studio audience at Makini Studios in Arcadia Villages, North Tower, right here in Pacific City.
We would love to see you in the audience on our next Makini Live show. So for free tickets, visit youtube.com/Makini90 or call 765-9077 toll free. Wouldn't want to pass that up.
For written transcripts, send $5 to Lucky Mako Transcripts at P.O. Box 425, Palmetto Valley, CSF Nation.
Makini Live is produced by Silver 9 Productions with Makini Jaws Productions in association with Nissolaka Television and Makara Banks Entertainment, and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.